What is up, everybody? Real quick that this all stuck. Looks like it did. Wicked. All right, we should be coming in live across YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We got our tequila. It's not my Devil's Reserve, but hey, it's something. By popular vote, we will be salvaging today. And I've decided we're going to take out that beast right there. This should be a good time. All right, let me go ahead and close out of that. Get that camera on. I forgot we are not showing up. Hopefully that engages. Oh yeah, is this we're gonna have some problems here? Yeah. This is what's gonna happen. What's up, Angry Frog? I'm gonna move that back where it was before I changed it. Should be fine there. Alright, trying to wake up my camera. It is dead, apparently. Okay, I'm just gonna swap. Wake up, you! What are you doing? Why? Well, I mean, it's not the worst thing if the camera doesn't work, but we'll try to get this fixed. Broadcast is up. Hopefully my audio is coming through at least. So we're doing salvage missions, or are we just doing random ships? We'll kind of see which. The new missions still aren't in yet. I checked, and that's a bummer. I don't really plan to do the missions that are currently in game just because there's not really a reason. I guess I could go to Pyro and try repping up to see how the salvage missions change over there. Alright, come on, camera. I need you to wake the hell up. Source is busy. Retry. Hey, there we go. Okay. I got it to respond to Nvidia, so maybe I can get it to wake the hell up over here. Okay, it's alive, but it's on the Nvidia setting instead of what I need it to do. And we're back. Awesome. Alright, let me... Oh, hello. So hopefully we're good. Seems a little blurry. Clean it off. You lurking? That's alright. You can lurk all you want, buddy. Hopefully that's good. Not sitting there. That's fine. It's a little blown out, doesn't it? Is that a little better? We'll do that setting today. It's very blue. Huh. Okay. Let me go back to the chat so I can actually see what y'all are saying. Yo, Moners, thank you for the sub. Same with you, Dragon Nuts. Appreciate it. Go Unclear, how's it going? Finally able to play the game. Nice. Been struggling to get in for game reasons or personal reasons. What's up, Talus? How you doing? All right. Should be okay. I want to move my camera now. It's bugging me. I'll just do this. Whop. We make adjustments here. It's fine. Looks better now. Okay, cool, cool. All right, I'm going to make this window a little smaller so we can actually get to play in the game, huh? It seems like the webcam just wasn't awake until I had Nvidia sort of wake it up, and then I was able to toggle. So we're good. We are in. Let's go and get a couple more of these. I'm going to grab a nice big container to take with us on the Reclaimer. Does this still have a bunch of shit in it? No, okay, I didn't put anything in there. Awesome. All right. I don't feel like taking the S71 for this. Let's swap out our ammo as well. Do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring like 100 of this with me on the Reclaimer. Utility. I want to make sure we bring an SRT. Bring an extra tractor rifle just in case. Bring some extra med gun stuff. Is this all I have for utility here? I think I got, yeah, cool. I got my medical multi-tool on me, which is perfect. We're going to go grab some med gel canisters just to make sure we're good there. And then our pulverizer should be here ready for us. Should lower that backpack a bit. Sheesh. Yeah. It does seem like it's sitting kind of high today, doesn't it? I think that might be a graphical glitch. I don't think it's supposed to be up that high. It's hard to say. Alright, where is the pulverizer? That's a random piece of an MDB-30. What? Okay, there we go. We got a big heavy gun. We're good. Okay, we're trying to brainstorm here. Anything else I might need on the salvage front for now? We got an extra SRT? Yeah, I'm going to bring an extra SRT. I might lose one and then have to go to a gateway to get one, so that's fine. Oh, yeah. Resurgera. Our detox drugs, just in case we got to do a lot of healing in our hazardous industrial occupation. Let's take, I think 100 of these should be more than enough. I think we're squared away. Just gonna go get that med gel real quick. Not med gel, medical canister stuff. At least it's right outside here in medical, so I should be fast. Yo, Malice, what's up? Lua, how you doing? Hope you guys all had a good weekend. Anybody watch the Super Bowl? I sure did. I had a very good night. At least once we got into the fourth quarter, because my God, nothing was happening up until the fourth quarter. Shit. With the pulverizing, you might as well RP walk everywhere. It's not that bad. It's so funny. I see people are like upset about it, but I mean, we're moving, dude. We're moving pretty good. What the hell?
Some things just boggle the mind.
You don't say. I agree. Consider mind boggled. Oh, there we go. We're back. But yeah, no, I mean, we're moving. It feels all right. That timing, though, right? That couldn't have been better. I don't know what just happened, man. I just was not there. I was gone. Oh, no! No! Shit! Shit! Oh, I went into medical without my helmet on. I'm going to catch COVID-20. It's all over. Oh. R.I.P. Sorry, guys. That's it. That's it. We're done. We're screwed. That is all she wrote. Actually, let's get a lot more of these. Because I thought I had a bunch. Yeah, I messed up. I meant to go mask on. 3 doors down, dude died? Really? Which dude? I know that, oh my gosh, what has happened? I know that one of the creators, the longtime creators of Call of Duty, passed away. I don't know how, I just saw that on social media, so I don't know how out of date I might be on that. Well, that's kind of crazy. There we go, cool. Vince, I think is his name. Evocati Tech Preview is today. I have no idea. I checked the launcher and I didn't see anything different. We also don't have any of the new missions yet. I was hoping we would start this week out with the new salvage and mining missions, but not yet, not yet. I'm hoping we get it soon. Hated the halftime show. Yeah, I didn't stick around for the halftime show. I was actually taking a shit. Wife made an amazing Super Bowl spread, and it was fighting me. Renal cancer. Oh, damn. That sucks, man. Yeah, I have no idea on the Evo side. I hope they are. That'd be really cool. I'm keeping my eyes open for possibly getting in there. Brad Arnold. Damn. Avocado message of the day. We're still on schedule to start 6+ hour inventory tech preview with Evocati this afternoon. Avocados will be badged with access to builds and RC launchers shortly before the test starts. Yeah, right. Cool. You know, while I am thinking about it, let me take a little peek over here at Robert Space Industries. Make sure I don't have an invite waiting for me. I don't think I do. I haven't gotten any messages about being brought in yet. Oh my god. Oh my god, there it is. Evocati. I shit you not, guys. And it's avocado. Evocati NDA accepted. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. No. We're streaming. We're streaming. Don't worry. Don't worry. I will accept the call to arms for the Evocati tests later. I've been checking this like every day, like a freaking kid waiting for Santa Claus, man. Your boy's in, baby. Your boy is in. Okay. Sorry. All right. We'll get to the Reclaimer in just a second. Let me check and I want to make sure I didn't miss any emails. I want to make sure we're all squared away here. I've been hoping to get in this forever. Ah, there it is. Org avocado via RSI. That's so funny. I don't know if there's anything else that I need to do. You're receiving this message through Star Citizen's online organization system, which allows players to form groups, blah, 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 blah. Evocati NDA, avocado. I'm an avocado! Woo! Okay. I don't know what to do now. I guess I'll wait. Oh, you did too, Gwen? Awesome. Congratulations. Good stuff. Okay. Let me just check Spectrum real quick. I've never been in Evo, so I am super excited. Evocati NDA, off topic, all this stuff. Okay, cool. Well, I will figure that out a little later. See if anything comes up. No specific emails have popped up that I can tell. Nope, that's when I bought another paint, because I'm a paint slut. Okay, I think we're good for now. Cool. All right, back to the stream, guys. Awesome. I'm stoked. I'm just glad it's happening because I am ready to put in the work, to put in the grind, to do some proper testing. You know, I'm excited. That's going to be cool. Should have added on-screen translation for that halftime show, but still wasn't paying much attention myself. Man, honestly, a show like that would have been a lot better with Pitbull. You know what I mean? Like, that guy knows how to do a show, bro. I barely heard part of the halftime show. I don't even know who Bad Bunny is. I thought that was a drag queen. I'm not even gonna lie. I hope people enjoyed it though. I mean, halftime shows are always a really big part of the event, so it's a pretty big deal people get on there. But man, if they would have done like a Pitbull and J-Lo and like bring out a lot of like Tego Calderon and shit like from the Fast and the Furious soundtrack, those guys. I mean, I grew up in, I'm a Floridian, man. So we had everything from Tego Calderon. Pitbull is huge out here. I mean, before I even knew any Spanish, I was singing along to the whole Fast and Furious soundtrack. Just this little white boy in his Mazda 626 feeling like he's driving fast. Yeah, I can't remember the last halftime show I saw that was something that really like took my breath away or anything. It's been a while. I mean, we all remember JT and Miss Jackson. A little sad that I didn't do enough. I see, but I know I got enough playtime. So I would love to test out Evo. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I'll be telling you guys all about it. You know, that's the wonderful thing about the NDA. I can't show you the gameplay and stuff, but I can tell you about it. I can talk about it. You know, I can give you my take, my thoughts, my explanations, the way I break things down, add a little bit of my own flavor to it. So I am stoked to do that for y'all. All right. I don't know which of, should be the first one. I'm going to take both of these up just so I don't not take up the right one. Look at that beast. I love the Dullavine livery on the Reclaimer. It's sick, man. Yep, on live. It's the only build I currently have. Yeah, if I was on Evo right now, I would not be live. All right, let's see. So it might be this one then. I'll say what? Hold up. Man, it wasn't either of these. Lame. The hell out of here. This isn't even my persistent hanger anyway, so I don't really care. Alright, let's get some more 8s. 2022 Millennial Masterpiece Halftime Show with Dr. Dre was great. Oh, yes. I forgot about that one. That was a good one. Remember when actors just entertained? Man, I'll tell you what, guys. You want to talk about entertaining and actors? This is not a recommendation you might expect. If you haven't seen it and you get the chance, actually I don't even know if it's still in theaters, so shit, I guess I can't really tell you to go see it. But did anybody see Iron Lung, Markiplier's project? My wife and I went and saw it, and it was better than like 99% of what Hollywood shat out in the last 5 years. God, it was good. So proud of that guy, man. 2 hours about a freaking dude in a submarine, and it was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Alright. Let's see if this is one of them. Wait, what about technical on paper NDA violation? I feel like I missed something. Oh, Prince is always good too, yeah. Plans to continue to make movies, scaling their funding with the release it. Man, I told my wife, and she agrees. Like, anything Markiplier makes, the kind of passion we saw him put into Iron Lung, bro. Like, I was wanting, like, a full lore deep dive and a series and, like, a continuation. It was just, it was captivating, man. And, I mean, we've watched him play so many games, including that one. Pretty much all the content on it. Just a creepy little single developer game. I think David's the name of the guy who made it. And funny enough, because a lot of times Markiplier is not really good at the games he's playing. Just, you know, gonna be real. But he had this interesting sort of like intuition with that game, where he just kind of it clicked for him, which it was kind of funny to see. And then when I found out that they were gonna make a movie on it, I was kind of blown away. And yeah, I mean, they totally killed it, man. That was incredible. Seeing him in a like a role of any type, especially a serious one, that was fucking sick. And I think they have the world record now for the most fake blood used in a movie ever. I think it was 80,000 gallons of fake blood. It's awesome. YouTube's being British, not letting me post. Oh no! What's up, Ghost Machine? Hollywood is the lowest form of entertainment these days. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that might be some of what's going on, because I haven't looked into it, but I heard that his stuff got pulled down from the ratings, like, because they were #1 all through the weekend, except for, like, a couple of hours, and then #1 again, and then apparently those ratings were just gone. Like, Iron Lung just disappeared. It's like some fucking Hollywood bigwig got some piss in his Cheerios or something. I don't know what the deal is, but I had just heard about that. It sounds like some shady shit. Oh, come on, you. Let's get off the... There we go. There we go. That's what I want to see. Alright, we'll leave that there. Let's head up to our main deck and carry on. Yeah, Ironclad's a big girl, dude. Just being inside this elevator, you almost forget you're in a ship. It feels like you're in a damn station. So apparently you like the movie? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I hope that... it's so antiquated to say so, but I hope there is a way to, like, get maybe a limited time, like, DVD release. I doubt that's gonna happen, but it would be sick just to have that as, like, a classic horror sort of DVD title. Did I call it the Ironclad? I have no recollection. I just remember saying the ship is huge. It feels like you're in a station. Which word was censored? Well, if I called it the Ironclad, it's just because you guys know what I really want in life. I want my Ironclad, man. I want it so bad.
Aegis combat assist activated.
I called it the Ironclad. Whoops. Oh, that's funny. So do I have access to all 4 of those front guns? Yeah, they are the shredders. Okay, I put breaknecks on the top turret. Everything else is shredders. I was going to put some NDBs on the front, but the putting stuff on this ship is kind of confusing, so I decided I was just not going to mess with it. Really wish I could change the cooler on this thing. I don't imagine I'm going to need the guns. So we'll just leave that alone. Charts of need. Wife, family, a fucking Ironclad. Help. Not wrong. Alright, let's get out of here. Woo. Big girl. Alright, so we'll start out by checking out the outskirts of Levski. See what's going on. I think there's about 100 people in this shard. Yeah, right under. About 97. Alright.
Shields offline.
Whoa, why do we suddenly not have a whole lot of pips here? Give me full power. There we go. This thing's a beast. The Hull B is overtaking the Ironclad in development. I would expect as much, given the Hull B should be far simpler of a ship. But that's good to hear. So hopefully we'll see them both at Invictus. And we don't have to wait till IAE for the Hull B to come out. That'd be cool. We got a Poli, and that looks like an Asgard. A little too close to do anything to them, because we're not going to be able to get through any shields. That is a messed up Hull C. Alright. So, I think what I'm actually going to do first is we're going to focus pad cleanup and gateway cleanup. So, we'll go to Pyro Gateway. Because I kind of want to see how this goes. I think it'd be fun to kind of be the janitor of the verse, you know? Go over and... Ah, shit. Alright, whatever. We'll deal with it. I didn't... Nah, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to... I fucked up. I need my TS2 or an Erebus. I think we have the Kama Quantum Drive. We're going back to Lev, guys. It's okay. We're only 20 minutes in. We'll be alright. Found out earlier that I can carry an ATLS Geo in my Prowly utility. What? Really? Love Struck paints probably are, yeah. I would imagine so. When is Koromor finally hit? I feel like I should know these things, but I don't. I'm really bad about holidays in real life, so I can't imagine that I'd be any better about holidays in a video game. Alright, we can get our quantum drive real fast. Yep, snap to grid. Nice. Oh, we got a dock. Okay. That's fine. I believe it's a port side docking, so that is cool. We'll go ahead and use our VTOL to slow us down a bit more. There we go. Those VTOL engines, man, they can really halt that downward fall. About 3 days. Guess we'll keep our eyes and ears open. Anybody excited about any of the paints or skins or anything coming out for Cormor or the Red Festival or anything this year? I haven't seen anything that really stands out to me too much. Alright, we're going to hold position out here. Get aligned. We should be plenty far away from the node. Sorry guys, I'm in focus mode here. Beautiful! Mixed whipped cream vodka with Tang on my birthday. It was rather good. Shouldn't have done that on an empty stomach though. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Hopefully you're okay, buddy. Yeah, Ghost, I enjoy the docking gameplay is actually pretty cool. It's a little bit of that Kerbal that I miss. Alright, so we'll store it real fast. We'll get the TS2 thrown on there, because I think that's the whole reason I called my Hammerhead over, just to swap the TS2 off of it, and then we'll get to it. The TS2 is going to save us a lot of travel time over this slow-ass quantum drive, man. Come on. Not today. Catch up. I've got TS2s, they're just on other ships. I have like 40. Jesus. That's overkill. Nah, I'm okay, buddy. Thank you, though. I've got the TS2s, I just moved them around. I prepped, I just got sidetracked at the Evocati thing. I was going to store the Reclaimer and swap it over before we even started. Can't wait to see my Reclaimer in VR. Yes, same. Yeah, I do eventually plan to get myself some VR. No timeline on when, though, because it's little old me trying to get equipment like that right now is just not in the equation. I'm very fortunate that I'm at a point where I'm getting very close to being able to just do this full time, but that also means kind of catching up on the bills while streaming, too. Not at a point to necessarily grow the way I would want to yet. But soon, this year, for sure, no doubt. If I just keep it up, keep the grind on, I'm sure we'll be sitting pretty. Update the PC, get on a 40 or 50 series graphics card. Just kind of start leveling up my life.
The ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
I almost typed in TS2.
Your vehicle
Okay, store.
has been moved to our storage
Awesome.
facility.
Game rules Percy, let's go. Cool. I'll be able to break that down and crunch it up. Thank you, man. I'm on a 3080 Ti, which is actually fantastic, you know, for my setup. But I'm also on a 5950X. You know, I'm peak like 2021 build. I gotta do some changes. Oh yeah, look at Anchor, man. Anchor's set up now. Blizzards, JS500s, FR86s, TS2. My Hammerhead is ready to clap, bro. That Hammerhead is so fun. I still need to make a little fun video with the Ollie group manning the Hammerhead. I recorded that whole session because it was just a blast. That was so fun. Alright, I'll throw an Erebus on it for now. It's a fantastic substitute. That way we can throw the TS2 over here. I'm on a 3060 12 gig. That's what I was running, actually. That's what I was actually on the 3060 RTX, right? With the 12 gigs of VRAM. And it was pretty good, but for my system, it was struggling on the streamer side of things to be able to stream and play the game and not have any frame drop or have any real issues. So, because I was always cooking that 3060 at 99% graphics utilization. So once I upgraded to the 3080, was a game changer. It definitely, it was no longer maxing it out. It felt really good. Yeah, all right. Well, no, I don't know which of the turrets the one I want to change. So we're fine. We'll leave that.
Welcome to the ASOC
Will it put us back
vehicle
on a
retrieval
node
system.
for this? Okay, I'm just gonna make sure. I'm positive I just did it, but I'm also talking about ironclads and not realizing it. So Let's make sure we put our jump drive back on. Yes, we are there. Awesome.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
I'm stuck on a 5070 only for the 5090 to come out a week later. Oh no, Sparky. Sorry to hear that.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Okay, cool. It is going to pop up in here. Oh, holy shit. She just went poof. Right in our faces. Kind of like bouncing around too on the hydraulics. Pressing on pad 1, which should question mark be on the left. Station when you arrive. Shields down. Guess we'll see what we can do with it. 3080 Ti is fine for VR. Yeah, that's what I'm running. I wonder how it would go, though, if I tried to stream VR on my 3080. Granted, I also need to get the VR headset. I would really like the Pimax, solely for the reason that it is in the Tencent adaptation of 3-Body. That's what they use for the game. Even though it's, like, stupid expensive. More VRAM on a 3080. Oh, I wonder how it would compare to the 4080, though, right? Because, like, it gets better between that series, right? Like 60, 70, 80, 90. Like 90 being, like, the true beast of that series. My friend says that the Reclaimer actually makes for a pretty okay gunship. I mean, yeah. 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 You've got a size 5 man turret. You've got, like, 4 to 6 other manned turrets on top of the pilot guns, plus PDCs. So yeah, the Claimer is kind of nuts, dude. Kind of nuts, honestly. Debating a 5060-16 for an upgrade. Well, nice. Just need enough VRAM for VR. Good to know. Cool. Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about VR, guys, so I appreciate any little bits of info I'm getting from the chat. You guys are awesome. Game Rule Polaris outside Levski. Is that the one with the shields up? I don't know that we can get to it. We could try. I've got the ammo and all. If we're able to shoot our firearms. I don't think we can. I think it's an armistice. I have a Pimax Dream Air on order. Long ass wait, but I'm used to that with SC. There you go, yeah. Oh, 60k amount. There's another one. Okay, cool. Not the one that's right outside. Okay. Man, you demand. Let's go. All right. I'm thinking about the Pimax Dream Air SC. Yeah, isn't it like in the thousands in price? I'm going to have to save up for that. What the hell? Are we just... Okay, you guys saw that, right? She just started to rock back? This Reclaimer's got a mind of her own. I love that. The hydraulic actuation like that. It's so cool. She's like, I'm ready to... I'm gonna jump. I'm so ready, man. Let's go. I'm gonna hop right out of this hangar. No shield, half dead and damaged. Nice. Well, if it's got anything on it you want gun-wise, have at it, brother. First come, first serve. Wait. Yeah, first come, first serve. Dibs. What am I trying to say? I've only taken a couple of sips. All right. There we go. Well, gun-wise, I have no ship that big. Well, there are some size 3s on there too, I think. Yeah, almost $1,300. Wow. Fun fact: Starfarer has more SCU than you can hold in the hopper. Haha. All right. Okay, you had said fly towards Stanton Gate, no QT, 60 kilometers out. All right, let me get rid of my nav. Oh, never mind. I got out of the ship, so I'm not navving. What's up, Morlin? I've seen some videos recently of Idris getting slammed and Idris owners in the comments crying about it. I bet. Yeah, the power plant's pretty easy to find and take out on an Idris. Polaris too, actually. If you're by your lonesome and somebody comes up with like a meteor or something that can punch in, you're not going to be too happy. Alright, there's Stanton. Alright, on approach. About 60 gigs, Roger Dodger. Yeah, I was just finding Pyro to figure out where to rotate for Stanton. There's a method to my madness, bud. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. All right. And thank you, members, at least the two of you that voted on this live stream. The poll for Wednesday's live stream will go up after this one. I typically ask if you want to go hauling, mining, or salvage, or other, and you leave a comment as to the suggestion. Again, it's for my YouTube members at all levels. Doesn't matter which level, stellar or interstellar. It's another way to say thank you guys for your generous support and help me keep my head on straight to see what people want to see out here. What is that? That is a Banu Defender. Might go munch on that too. But I think we're still in Armistice. Armistice, like... Well, maybe not. He's just outside Armistice. Okay, yeah, so I do have 4 guns firing. Okay, never mind. That Defender just disappeared. Maybe that Defender wasn't game rules. This Corsair is not moving. So I was 50% of the votes. Yes, sir! Did you see how much cargo Foxy Luxy got on the Hermes? I did, wasn't it? It was, well, actually, I saw what Manny Plays did. He got 592. Foxy got more, right? Around 600 or more. Had 430 on my Hermes last night. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to get a lot more Hermes fun in. Oh, damn. We got a bunch of stuff out here. Ooh, what? Is that the, Oh, no, the Defender's back. Weird. Alright, just coming to a stop. Let's move forward here a little bit. Expand our radar out. Alright. Do a proper Utini on this guy. It's because she knows, Dragon. She knows. She's like, ooh, Deadwake's here. I'm gonna behave. No. No, we're in a pretty good server. We're in a US server, low shard, low count, so you should be doing pretty good. It's scanning the Molina stuff. Why can't I? Thank you. Okay. Let's double check our radar. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Alright, let's scan this thing. 592 is not too hard to do. The effort was less than I thought it would be. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, the Hermes is a great ship, man. I am really happy with that thing. Thank you so much to everybody who was checking it out, watching it. And thank you, Exit, for all the gift subs over on YouTube. Yeah, so to everybody who is now on the YouTube members side of things, you'll have access to all the member polls for voting on live streams, as well as access to all of the videos that I drop early before their scheduled drops on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as whenever I do it, you know, members-only videos, which those won't be too often, and they'll usually just be extended versions of videos everybody else gets to see, or maybe some blooper stuff. I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out. But early access to videos, there's a few that are already up and ready, as well as the voting on live stream stuff. All right, let's see what kind of parts do we got on this thing. Whoops. More people for votes. Let's go. I love it. Thanks, man. Appreciate the support, as always. All right. Oh, look, a parapet shield that I can't touch. Oh, man, come on. There we go. Has it already been gutted? There's just weapons. There's no power plants or anything. Ha! Somebody already salvaged her. Okay. That's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and do the munch. It's munchy time! Mostly just because we are cleaning up the area. I don't really care too much about scraping this thing. Alright. That should be plenty fine for the claw. If you're curious what it's like to solo Reclaimer, here you go. Ask questions, man. Ask it away. Let me know what you think. I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. I don't think the Reclaimer is really hard at all to do this with. We'll go into our fracture and disintegrate mode. As soon as I turn this side on. Okay. There it is.
Systems green.
Still waiting to see the docking vid. Oh, on the snub? On oh my gosh. Connie and the 72? Yeah, that's actually going to be out for everybody to see tomorrow. It is up for members to see at any point. All right. Time to fracture this baby. We're going to clean up anything we can outside of Levski. Yeah, I had so much fun with that P72 video, dude. Which I think you'll be able to see with the video. Like, it's also a lot easier to run that thing than I thought. Including some other stuff I didn't know that I don't want to spoil for you guys. Some fun testing toward the end of the video. It's not super long, too. I was able to keep it down, I think, below 25 minutes. It's like 20 minutes or less. I try to keep them, you know, as short as I can without being, like, too crazy short. There we go. All right, toggling over to disintegration. Let's see how fast we can pull this stuff in before it gets out of range. Come on, baby. Oh, no, that one's going away. It's gonna get out of range. Damn it. Oh, come on! We're getting a lot of it. This is a pretty wide field, but some of it is getting away from us. Oh, come on! Oh, that one just got out of range. Alright, I'm going to have to readjust to see those. That's fine. It's kind of fun to see what to get pulled in. But it's also not that bad to me, because like, look how fast we just hopped into this pilot seat. So now I just come this way because this is where that piece was going. There it is. All right, take our parking brake back off, get over here to it. So it's not going to move too much. Keep it about there. All right, hop out. We're going to stop it with our tractor beam. Salvage any good in 4.6? It depends on what you consider good. I think salvage is a lot of fun. So, to me, yeah, it's pretty awesome. So let me know what you mean, what you think, what's good to you. All right, well, where the hell did that piece go? Jeez, man. Ah, just out of range. That's fine. Holy shit, someone just flew by. Great in 4.6, quest coming soon. Making money. Not really. Salvage isn't really the way you want to make money. Not in a way that is going to rival hauling. Salvage is good money. Salvage is good money. It's just that a lot of people aren't patient enough to get to the part where you're making the good money. Or maybe meeting what someone's definition of good money is. Alright, let's see. It's quite like him on a smash into Lev. Oh no, yeah, you were blitzing by, man. Hopefully you make it, buddy. Bro, if you know how, salvage is just as good. Sure, but that's kind of what I mean. Like the diligence. Kind of like mining. Mining is stupid good money too. But I won't be too quick to say that, like, yeah, just hop in a salvage ship and you'll be rich. You know, it takes more work. Work that I enjoy. Clicked on verify by mistake. Oh no. Yeah, I love the salvage experience, and I don't do it for the money as much as I do it for the experience of like helping clean up the verse and find weapons and components, and I don't know, just the experience of doing salvage, which is a good time to me. What's up, Dan? How you doing? Yeah, whole sea hauling is great. Now, if you want a way to make some money, boom, there you go. But yeah, that's a good point, exactly. Salvage is a nice way to break the tedium. You know, especially if you've been doing nothing but hauling. I enjoy pretty much all of the engineering, or not engineering, industrial gameplay. It's just a good time. I wonder if there was like one more piece of this thing that got away, but I don't know the likelihood of finding it. Let's do a little transit method to see if it kind of pops up. Now, just a bunch of boxes of Molina mold stuff from one of the missions. That's pretty much good. Let's go ahead and get that defender. Mining sort of sucks right now. I was doing some solo mining in the Prospector and was on Lyria and Walla and I couldn't find rocks in my life. Also, gem mining sucks for the amount of time versus the money. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of mining on planets and moons other than, you know, doing it with some friends or just kind of getting some scenery. I'm a belter. I'm an asteroid miner, and man, I tell you what, it's insanely good money with the amount of laranite and terranite and everything else that's out there, especially the value of all that stuff now compared to what it was in previous patches. Yeah, it's good times. Okay. Let's get over here. Bring the ship to a nice stop. Time to go get that Bennu Defender turned off so we can clean it up. I genuinely feel like a cleanup guy when I'm running salvage, especially in the Reclaimer. Which I like. This elevator, however, I don't like. This elevator makes me very uncomfortable. I feel tight in my chest and everything. Talk about claustrophobia. I need more alcohol. Yeah, if you want to have some fun hand mining and all, the Geo is where it's at. And I will say that, you know, not for money, but for preparing for the new missions that are coming out. And I don't know if there's going to be like a little commodities wipe when the little partial update comes to release those or how they're going to do it. But I've had a lot of fun taking the Hermes out with the Geo and just finding a buttload of like Dolivine, Aphorite, Glackosite, Baradom, all this stuff. Just to be able to get the rep with the new missions. I'm more excited about just having new missions to do and a new rep tree to progress on than the money side of things. Because if I'm being real, my Maggie C, man, she's my sugar mama. I've got no money issues if I've got a whole C. So I don't really have the same mentality to go into... Wow, they put Mantis GT210s on this thing. I don't have the same mentality going into... the other gameplay loops as some might for the grind, because my moneymaker is already very well established. It's a forward ramp, yeah. Gem mining on moons, low grav, still belta. That's, yeah, agreed, 100%. Open up, pretty lady. We got to get you cleaned up. Thank you very much. Wonder if they'll ever add the clipper. Add the clipper to the Reclaimer? How do you mean? I'm very curious. I want to see a two-seater, two-headed, size 2 miner. Dual solos can mine bigger rocks. Yeah, that'd be interesting, because... Yeah, just up from that, I guess you got the mole, right? Oh wow, I actually got to shoot into the pilot door. Feels like overkill. How's salvage going? Salvage going pretty good. I've already found some ships to clean up. I feel like I'm doing a service to the good people of Levski, you know? Cleaning up the trash. Getting these abandoned ships out of here. Just waiting for a good medium salvager. We have enough small ones. Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't wait for the Soul. Anybody else? Anybody else excited for the Soul? That's what I'm calling it. I don't care. Alright. Fully power her down.
Systems off.
So hopefully there's no issue with fracturing her. It's not about making $1 million or whatever in gems, but for 2 hours worth of gem mining using the Geo and a Nomad was fun, but not worth it in terms of time it took to fill 10 geopods. It really took that long? Because, man, I tell you what. Well, so my strategy is a little different. I use the Hermes, and I have the Rock in there. And right now with the Rock's calibration issues, it's not really all that great. Not to mention the Rock, for some reason, before I made that second review on the Hermes, was glitching through my floor. So I ended up claiming it. But I will go to a settlement, or a deposit of ground minables, and I will bust them all with the Geo pretty fast, just chaining them. And then I'll hop back, get the Rock, and suck them all up in the Rock. And then I can just transfer the stuff to like an 8 SKU pod inside the Hermes. I've really enjoyed that way of doing it. Granted, when I do a lot of this stuff, I'm sort of like living in the experience, which I'm sure plenty of you can relate to. No doubt. So like, I'm not really looking too much on maybe how long it takes. I'm just kind of doing. Just there working. But it's been really enjoyable to do it that way, given the smaller quantity that you can carry in the Geo. Having the Rock to go suck it all up is pretty awesome. Man, I don't like that elevator. Been doing hauling missions, made over $1 million in an hour or two. Nice. Yeah, when you start getting really used to the way the whole sea runs, you can pretty easily hit that 2 to 3 mil an hour. It also depends on if you're on a good, healthy server. I haven't done a whole lot of whole sea stuff this patch, so I definitely want to. Alright, get a little closer here. We're just going to go ahead and munch on this thing. Should be about right. Park and brake on. Last 2 sneak peeks have been the medium salvage. As for the release, either this or next week. Well, then, you know what I actually hope? Ball plan is that we get the soul with the new missions, with the new mining and salvage missions that we're supposed to get. I guess that would make sense, right? For them to kind of drop together. I'm ready, dude. I really want to see those. No, go back. Been using my Taurus. Oh, hell yeah. Good stuff. The Taurus is a great ship. Yo, what's up, Kimmy? Yeah, I'm hunting abandoned ships and cleaning up the area. I'm sort of being the janitor. There we go. Starting to fracture the Banu. Let's see if it ends up flying out of the area or not. I've really, ever since like a week and a half ago, when I found I could have a really good time like cleaning up the pad and getting ships out of the way for other players, it felt really good. Because all the times that I've landed at like an outpost on a moon or a station, or wanted to land at a station to rearm, refuel, and all that, but there's a freaking ship there preventing us from doing so, it would always piss me off. So to be able to pull them away, move them, strip them, get them cleaned up has been really nice. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now, is just cleaning up around Levski. There is a Polaris out here somewhere that we're going to break apart. And then we're going to head to the stations, to Pyro and Stanton, clean those up. And then we might head into Stanton proper and mess with some stuff. Part of the Banu Defender moved over here, so we're just going to pop over this way. Just that way it's going to be well within the field of disintegration. 50 seconds before I can take off again. Damn. I think the soul release alongside with the missions in a new in-between patches mini patch. Yeah, I think so too. That's what I'm hoping to see. You know, once they get Planet Gen finished, making a new system should be easy. That's what I think. Alright, come on, Claw. We got to get that last little bit of that Defender. Let's go. Boom. Alright, we should be able to grab that before it gets out of range. Crafting should more or less make AOEC far less important in the game. I think so, yeah. That's actually one thing I really look forward to with the OLISAR group. Shout out to all my guys and gals there. That I know we got at least one gal because we got a husband and wife combo. That's really cool. Sorry, just kind of geeked out there because, I mean, honestly, goals. I wish my wife liked Star Citizen. That'd be awesome. But I look forward to the OLISAR group being sort of a host of manufacturing. Being the industrial org we are, I really want us to become like the head of manufacturing in the verse. Like, we got all the stuff, man. We making it, we selling it, whatever it is. Or I might do that shit. There might be a new leadership role opening up in the org for head of manufacturing. Also, a new ship will be named the Crab. Mark my words, because it'll have the claw and the little pinchers. That's perfect. Why no pinch? Okay, so, hang on. Let's see where Stanton Gateway is again. because there should be a Polaris out here. Oshida did a really good job scouting out, and I want to make sure that I get that thing. So let's just take a peek. Is that, yep, that's Stanton Gateway there. He was about 60 kilometers away from Levski, so we shouldn't be near it yet. Up. Well, I don't know what that is. That's something we're gonna go munch though, because it's trash around Lev. We gotta clean it. We got a starfarer too with shields up. That'll be fun to break apart. You know, it's kind of funny that somebody had just mentioned starfarer. So, it's like you knew. The only game my wife likes to play is COD. Yeah, my wife and I do enjoy playing like Battlefield together. We enjoyed Battlefield 6 quite a bit, and then we both kind of just stopped playing it. I mean, granted, we've been busy and doing other things, but one of the potential modules they mentioned for the cat long ago was in the store. Was a store. Oh yeah, like having a shop. That'd be cool. Got my wife into Star Citizen, have some good times. Hell yeah, Carrie Brown. Happy to hear that. Good stuff. I tried to entice mine by saying she could play Tetris in my ship by moving boxes around. I feel like I almost got her a little bit with that one. I have an 8 question for you. Have you finished it? If so, can you still do missions? Oh, yeah, you totally can. Yep, I finished it a long time ago, and I've been doing tons of missions helping out with org mates get it done. In fact, I can show you, like, after you've finished it, you just end up going over, and it just counts over. Like, you can see, I'm at 57,000 out of 30,000, 15 out of 10, 15 out of 10, 26 out of 10. I was running a hell of a lot of defense stuff for my people because, you know, as somebody said earlier in the chat, not a lot of industry players are, you know, fighter mains, and I definitely have a lot of experience in the fighting side. So I was really happy to be able to help anybody in the OLISAR group get their defense contracts up. Had a hell of a lot of fun out of that Meteor that I was running around in. The Meteor with Deadbolt 3s is incredible. I do want to try some other weapons builds on it, but hot damn, man. That ship is a good time. Definitely going to be having a video coming out on that thing soon. Just kind of chatting about the Meteor, its strengths, and how to use it. Kind of paying attention to those ship roles. What's the quickest way to get the hauling done? Hull C from Stanton to Lev? Actually, no. I would do the 40K contracts in Stanton that are by the Ling family. You only pick up 6 SCU and you stay in Stanton. You're going to be running from like New Babbage to Arkel 5 or to Seraphim or like by Genie or Everest to some other Lagrange station out in Stanton. So you stay local. It's only 6 SCU and there's 6 missions that you can chain and you can just run them back and forth and knock them out. That is my suggestion. Especially if you're doing it with a buddy. Grab all the missions and don't share it until you're about to turn in. That way you can get them all. Because if you share them all right away, you're only going to be able to do 6. But if not, you can do 12 and then share on turn in and get that rank up even faster. But even solo, that's what I would do. The time sync on the rest is not good. And there's been a lot of issues with the Hull C and Levski on the Alliance Aid missions. It has not been great, man. Let's see, what do we have here? Anything that I want to take with me? Attrition 5s. I got a lot of attrition 5s, so I'm going to say no on that. We are going to go ahead and get up within that 100 meters. About there should be good. I'll get a little closer. I don't want to get too close because I want the claw to be able to reach wider. Oh, we're in scan mode. That's why I'm not stopping. Darn it. About 80 meters. I'm going to hold there. What's up, Saucy Jake? Put my Hermes. That's exactly what I was using, Malfarious. I was running in the Hermes. So the missions are either going to be medical supplies or Merlino mold samples. So they can look very similar, but they're always in groups of 6. So I'll just try to take mental notes, and I put like a group of 6 on the port side, a group of 6 on the starboard side, just to not get confused. Typically, there's 3 missions that come out of New Babbage, and then the rest are kind of scattered around Stanton. Oh, we got to go down there and actually turn this thing off. All good. Let's do it. Size 5s on the Meteor, bespoke. Yeah, the Leonids are bespoke. They are 840 meters per second weapon velocity, which is why I have them paired with the Deadbolt 3s that are 900. There is no other weapon that gets close to the Leonid's velocity at that size. So you're dealing with double weapons groups if you want to put something else on, like some Mantises or NDB-30s or whatever other weapon you like. Me putting the Deadbolts on, I've made it into a bit of a dive bomber. So when I'm going in, whether it's on an arrow or whatever, like on those defense missions, I'm targeting arrows and gladius first, bucks, things with, you know, distortion or ballistics, just arrows in general, because they are dangerous. If you let them dance with you, you'll be spending so much time trying to chase them that all the other fighter craft are going to be able to take you out. So yeah, I've paired the Deadbolts with those Leonids. The Leonids have like 10 meters of penetration. So having the Deadbolts as well, the ballistics penetration is so insanely gnarly that you are sniping out these ships before they can get a chance to breathe. And your straight line acceleration is so good in the Meteor that you can do a proper sort of like hit and run technique with it. It does not have the best maneuverability to do proper rate battle. That's not what you want to do in it. You want to do hit and run. You want to actually do tactical jousting. Just watching those shields, because she is a glass cannon. If you lose those shields, it don't take much for the Meteor to get hurt. This Vanguard has seen better days, man. God damn. Alright. So everything looks like it is off, but the ship is still showing power.
Offline. Aegis Combat Assist activated. Systems green. Systems offline.
I don't know if this thing will actually fully turn off. Shotgun blast to the face. 13 to 14 kilometers from the ship is the best to be. For what? Frog? I might have missed the context of the comments. Empty your hoppers before a Starfarer. Starfarer is 3 big parts, 280 plus SU in total. Nice! That's exciting. Yeah, thank you for the heads up. Yeah, after we deal with this Vanguard, if we're able to, I plan to go deal with the Starfarer. Hopefully we're able to get around this weird power on issue. I turned everything off. The Vanguard isn't physicalized, so can't take the power plant out if it's not there, you know what I mean? That's the pain of some of these older ships. Did you mean 13 to 14 kilometers or meters? I would imagine you meant meters. That's why I was asking. I was like, wait a minute. You've been blowing up the bottom spindles in the whole sea? That's hilarious. Is that Oshida? Just making sure. When you get that close to the ship and go back to KM. I'm confused now. I might just be being dumb, but I don't see how anything in the kilometer sense should Oh, cool! It actually did turn off. Good stuff. Sorry, Frog. I might just. It's probably just going right over my head, brother. Sorry. When you get that close to the ship, it goes back to KM. Oh, really? That's interesting. Alright, so since we were as far away as we were, we should have no problem as things drift getting them pulled in before they disappear on us. That was the only reason I was kind of staying as far back as I was. But, yeah, no, back to what Psycho was saying, though, it is a good point that if you're dealing with a ship that is physicalized, yanking the power plants out is a great way to make sure that you have no issues fracturing and disintegrating. Alright, time to pivot over to that Starfarer. We'll eventually make our way out to the Polaris. Oh shit, if you're watching, I haven't found the Polaris yet. I've been a little sidetracked with all the other juicy stuff out here. Heading down to the Starfarer next. Gotta pop its shields. I'm gonna see what's on it. Usually hover the whole C in the hangar, then disable shields, jump out, call my Pisces, rescue. Oh wow. To heal myself from the drop, shoot off the lower grid, then use that to get my player into the hole. That's awesome. I'm pointing at the Polaris, no problem. Awesome, cool, man. Thank you. That is too funny. So what is your, I gotta ask, your reason? Are you doing trade? Is that why? Because of the way it spawns in hangars, so that's like your workaround for handling that? Because I guess you also have to be careful with mass, because if it's too heavy, you can't take off if you're doing trade stuff. Or is it just preventative, just in case you do spawn in a hangar? Let's go into nav mode so we can get to this Starfarer a little faster. So many ships outside of Levski that are just out here abandoned. Makes me wonder what happened to them, right? So when you get very close to that ship, look at how far it says you're away from it. Okay. Like, you want me to get right up on it? There's a Game Rules Vulture and 5 debris. Oh shit! There was another ship that was probably attempting to salvage the Starfarer. That's cool. I think a lot of people abandoned if the hangars weren't opening for him. At least was kind of enough to go to dead space. Yeah, that's a good point. It's nice when people go far enough away that we're able to take care of their ships. Yeah, I didn't even see the Vulture because it was kind of hidden behind the Starfarer signature. Alright, well, I will hop out and I'll definitely be taking the components off of the Vulture. That's probably what I'll do first. This is where I really wish we had some good out-of-ship cameras. Got a nice little stock Vulture here. It's a good spot to stop. Hell yeah. Alright, let's actually give the Starfarer a scan. Rasmus won't let me leave. Won't open the hangar, even Alta 4. Oh no! Oh! 0.14, 0.13 km. I see. I see. I see you, brother. I got it. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Right on. Yeah, I never actually noticed that it went in decimals of kilometers. That is interesting that they don't just show meters. Yeah, all just Panthers and M6s. So this is a stock Starfarer, no problem. All right, let's get out and do our grunt work. Of the larger ships, I gotta say, man, this is the most fun one that I have dealt with. Even over the Idris and Polaris, I get so much more enjoyment out of the Reclaimer. Probably because even though it is friggin' massive, it feels more in tune with what I'm doing. Like, I feel like it's more a part of me than kind of feeling like I'm a guest on the ship like I do with the Idris or the Polaris. Maybe it's also because the main function of the ship is industrial. You know, we're out basically trash compacting other ships, which I love. But yeah, if you've ever wanted or have been curious about soloing a ship like the Reclaimer, and you've got the ability to get your hands on one, I would do it. I really would. It's a badass ship. And I don't think it's hard to manage at all. You like the Reclaimer until the Xenomorph shows up. Okay, well, you know, when you take it there, bro. then I start feeling like I might have some chest pains. And then I'm not feeling that warm and fuzzy anymore. Just enough to end the magazine. Let's go. Alright. Let's get her opened up. They need to fix scan mode. You can't adjust your speed limiter. Yeah! That's one of the biggest things that I'll run into, is that my, excuse me? I want... sir. I'll wait. That's fine. There we go. Okay, pilot seat. I'm gonna see if I can use the pilot seat from this other angle. If this door responds to gunfire. I don't know that it does. It might not from the inside. Excuse me, sir? Yep. No pilot seat indicator. It worked! Let's go! That's all I needed to do. I mean, I would like to be able to unlock ship ports, but I'll take being able to turn it off. Tap boy reclaimer also ascended at 10 meters per second. Wait, what? Last time I flew my reclaimer was when Lorville was new. I remember trying to get out of the atmosphere and it took like 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. Ascending at 10 meters per second. Oh my goodness, that sounds horrible. Alright, well, doesn't look like we're going to be able to pull the parts out of this one because we weren't able to get in the pilot seat, but I was able to hit the power plant to shut it off. So that's awesome. I didn't expect that. Alright, time to go turn off the starfarer. Yeah, exactly, Ruck. Kind of like when they brought in Crusader and you had to fly up like 50K to get out of there. Because I think we started lower and you had to get up to 100-something kilometers. It's pretty nutty. Alright. I don't know why I hit that button like I was just going to walk into this thing. Alright, here we go. Open Sesame! Hard to believe that was the better part of a decade ago, right? Jeez. There used to be a trick to getting the reclaimer out of Atmo. You had to ascend with VTOL. Hold up. Have you guys ever seen this happen? Okay, I was able to get in. That's wild. It's like a partial open. What? Okay. Well, as an industrial main and an industrial content creator, I gotta know the way to get around a starfarer. It would be embarrassing if I got lost, right? Starfarer will show once you rip it to pieces. Oh, cool. We got a pilot seat. That's all I wanted. Alright. Shields off, ports unlocked, and full power down. That is the steps that I'll typically go through. On a ship that's properly physicalized, I add the step of opening all doors. Happens every time in the Starfarer, yeah. What happened with you at the QV station Polaris? Alright. Let's go ahead and munch these ships, yeah? We'll start by munching the munching. We're gonna munching the vulture. And then we're gonna munching the starfarer. I remember the old Vaughn missions with the starfarer, and that made it kind of hard snagging the drugs, dude, I bet. The doors of the hangar were half open. Oh, okay, cool. So that part. Alright, I got you. Yeah, I've never seen them sort of like jam up like that. That's pretty cool, actually. Yo, thank you for the follow, Google and Yo Mismo. What's up, guys? All right. So I will... maybe I'll just go ahead and go clear the hopper now. The vulture is going to be such a tiny amount. Nah, we'll fracture the vulture first. I never know which side's about to open. This side, okay. God, that elevator. The Munching. There can be only one. I love it. So good. Used to run cargo with it at Delamar and Levski was still in Stanton. Yeah, it's actually a really great daily. I think I might make a video on the Starfarer. Would you guys like to see that? It's got great cargo capacity. It can potentially refuel ships. I say potentially because if you saw the YouTube short I made on trying to refuel a ship, you'll know why. But it's also got some pretty good weapons, pretty durable, especially the Gemini. I guess that's really the one that I would focus on. Alright. Here we go. Aimed at the vulture. Yeah, I have both. The Gemini is my favorite for sure. And it's the only other ship I know of that has the 3 size 3s like the Cat in its class, which is awesome. And having 4 size 4 pilot guns, which is better than the Cat, because in the Cat you just have the size 3s. So I've got the blacked out MFD bug. The way to get around that is just to hit U and flight ready again, but I don't really want to mess with it because I know that they're still working. I wonder what they will call the medium salvager. I still think it's going to be the Soul instead of the Mole. I can't even remember what the full acronym is on the Mole. There we go. Munch, munch, munch. Get it all. But I know that Mole, M is mining, so I just figure Soul, be salvaging. Salvage, operator, logistics, extractor. I don't know. What's the MOLE stand for? M-O-L-E? Multiple operator. I think it's multiple operator. Something, something. Crab, I'm calling it. There you go. Maybe Vol? What would it be? Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts. Like, give me the multiple operator laser extractor. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you. Multi-operator laser extractor. So what would the Soul be? Salvage operating laser extractor. I don't know. No, I could be off. What would Vol be? I'm curious. Vermin operating laser extractor? Sorry. The Mole salvage. That'd be disappointing. Oh, man, that would be just... The Mole 2. I hope not, dude. Mole 2, Salvage Boogaloo. We have the Raft and the Mole. Yep. Don't look at SRV. I love the SRV, man. I really do. I'm just so glad it's also going to have Zikla. The Vol, violently operating laser executions. Okay, I can dig it. Well, this is going to take a little second. I do think, though, I agree, it's probably going to come out with the new mining and salvage missions. It's kind of a golden opportunity, really, to debut that ship, is with the new beginner to advanced mining and salvage mission setup, honestly. Which, one could argue I should be taking guns off of ships as well, because guns can also be the turning criteria for the new salvage contracts, depending on what you catch. I think the ones that'll honestly be the trickiest for me are going to be the size 0 stuff. I don't know that I'm going to do that much, because it's vehicle stuff. The likelihood of coming across vehicles... Okay, that just full-on despawned and started to spin out of control, so that's cool. Okay, bye. All right, well, we're going to have to figure that out. Sorry, I just came in. Can we get a rep for Salvage now? I've not been able to find it, but heard it. So not yet, Nomad, but soon. We were actually just talking about that. The new Salvage and hand mining missions, when they come in, are going to bring actual rep trees for Adagio. Adagio is your Salvage rep out of Stanton. Adagio Holdings. And then Shubin Interstellar for the mining side. Not yet, though. Right now, Adagio shows up blank. I'll show you. Just, there's nothing here. But when the new missions drop, I really hope this week, we'll see, this will actually have a rep tree. Confirmed in the PTU. It actually has a rep tree. And then there's Shubin Interstellar for the mining side of things. You start out hand mining, and then I didn't really see what you eventually get to, but not yet. All the engines are gone. Yeah, that Starfarer just yeeted itself into another dimension. That's just not even here anymore. It's gone, dude. Oh wait, no, there's a part of it. There's like the only part that survived is like the frame of the fueling tanks. What the hell? Yeah, Nomad, I am excited too. I will be covering those new missions a lot. I can't wait. I have been looking forward to those forever, man. I really enjoyed them in the PTU as well. Yeah, this is like the actual Starfarer, just not... I wonder, can I match velocity with it and hop into the claw? About 2 meters per second. 3 meters per second. How fast is it going? That's 8. Am I gaining on it? Kind of. Okay, there we go. I hope they fix the whole C loading and unloading for trading when the whole B gets released. Oh, for trading. Yeah, I really hope that the docking issue is fixed. That's the only real issue with the whole C right now. Damn, did we just come to a stop? This might not work now. I don't know if we're still moving and matching velocity or not. We are moving. Velocity shifted, though. Are we going to get it before we're out of it? Oh, come on, come on, come on. Half. 3/4. Oh, it's going to get just out of range. Come on, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Yeah, boy, we got it. Decoupled flight for the win. Nah, Edric, your boy don't got to do that because I'm the decoupled master. No, we almost missed it. We got lucky. We got lucky. It was sort of starting to drift out. We were at about 4 meters per second, but we started to sort of diverge. I got lucky that it stayed within range. So, cool. I actually didn't know that the ship would keep moving. That changes things for me. So, in decoupled, as long as I sort of match the expected velocity of whatever's moving, I can hop into the claw and hit it while the ship continues on that trajectory. So, I just got to be accurate. That started to drift. Okay. Wonder if we'll ever be able to find the damn Polaris now. Let me just find Stanton Gateway, and then hopefully we can sort of go that way. I think that's Pyro. Nope, Stanton. Okay, cool. Let's expand again. I don't really know that that's actually been as helpful as I'd like. Let me just reset this so it stops telling me my power plant's dying. Wow. Really? You're just going to pretend that all this is jacked up now? Yeah, you're fine. Okay. I'm trying to find you again, but I can't. Gonna fire flares to make me visible. I could just party you, bro. If you're just out here scouting for me, I mean, you don't gotta stick around by any means. If you get bored, you can carry on, but I can party invite you just to, that way you can see where I'm at. All right. Well, let's see if we find it. Well, how far are we from Levski? There's a question. Oh, but yeah, sorry, Vandal. You totally could tractor to stop it. Yes, yes, yes. What's your take on resetting an account while a game is still in alpha state? So, targeted wipes are definitely still a thing that we can look forward to. So, I still expect things like money and some other stuff, like duplicated parts and all. Because they told us with that discussion that they're watching. They see what's up. So, I bet we'll still probably have those targeted wipes that take out the revenue or clear out dupes or whatever, which I'm totally fine with. I was actually kind of hoping my stuff would be cleaned out, but I'm also okay with not losing my whole C. As far as like a full account reset though, I don't know. I'm in the Polaris, so you can go to me. Oh, sweet, that works. I kind of wish we had the option, sort of like the PTU, where you can recopy your account to kind of clear things out, just to clean it up a little bit, because I got a lot of junk I'd like to clean up. That's for sure. Between a lot of extra crap that I didn't expect to duplicate, that like I didn't duplicate, but like I have like doubles and triples of like my Bullseye S71, my GCD Army Corps stuff, which is okay, because I tend to lose that stuff anyway, so it's nice that I have some extras, but I was kind of looking forward to sort of a clean reset, not going to lie. I was a little disappointed to find out it wasn't going to happen for that reason. But for every other reason, I'm actually cool with not losing stuff. Account reset. Oh, really? You can? I actually didn't know that. Speaking more specific cases where a player would like to reset their account. Well, yeah, I guess according to Moto, we can. I didn't know that that was actually a thing. Yeah, there it is. Wow, that Polaris is jacked up. Ooh, does it have torrents by any chance? Or are they, Damn, did you just drop noise? Because I'm going into like a cloud of smoke now and I can't see a damn thing. Let me sell ships. Exactly, yeah. Last I read on that, I thought it didn't touch ships. AUVC in red. Alright. I'm here. Failing to slow down. 3 torrents. Oh, beautiful. Okay, cool. Those are going on my Reclaimer. Let's go, baby! I've been wanting those torrents, man. We found some torrents for Kuza's Perseus the other day. That was awesome. That's exactly what I want. The torrents are the ballistic PDCs. Yes! Let's go! Hello, beautiful. Wait a minute. Is there a ship inside there? There's a couple of ships in there. We got some more work to do, man. We get to do some science, guys. What happens when you fracture a Polaris when there's other ships around? Well, crafting, there's supposed to be a way to deconstruct items. That'd be sweet, Setham. Yeah, I look forward to that. The salvage motherload. Yeah, no doubt, dude. I probably can do a little scraping on this one. I don't really care to do a whole lot. But it's good for mission stuff, having construction salvage and RMC. Oh, you're one of the ship that's in there? I was confused, dude. Yeah, that ship's not happy, whatever it is. So what we'll do is we'll test what it's like to fracture the ship while there's a ship inside it. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. All right, but for now, we are going to go ahead and park here. I am going to actually unlock my own ports and drop my own shields, so hopefully our wonderful resident escort, Oshida, if anything bad happens, can come to our rescue. Though, granted, our PDCs should also be able to do some stuff. Actually, let's make sure we're in SCM before I leave. Maybe my take is out of date. Looks like the character reset may have become or been completely replaced by character repair, which doesn't completely wipe a character back to default. Definitely was a thing semi-recently. Yeah, so character repair just resets your shard. or resets your character from in-game, but it doesn't seem to actually do the proper character reset. Because I've done character repair since then, and all it's done is sort of put me back to my home location. It doesn't do anything to your AUEC or anything like that. So, yeah, that can maybe change some people's plans if they didn't realize. Oh, actually, kind of want to go back and get myself some more ammo. I need to put some ammo actually in my backpack. While we're at it, we should probably go ahead and hydrate. Yeah, same. It used to be a thing that took like a day and completely reset you. It probably changed. Well, where am I going? As persistence evolved. Yeah, exactly. Read kick, damn you. Wait. You can't reset your account. It just repairs your character and move them to their home location. Okay, yeah, exactly. Sorry. There's so much text over there, Frog. My bad. Thank you, man. You just gotta yell at me like you did, bro. Thank you. How do you scout for ships like these? Honestly, it's just going out and looking. To be as simple as possible, scout. You just go scouting. We're lucky that we've got Oshida out here, who is also taking a peek at what's around, let me know what's up. On my way out to this Polaris, just on my own scans. Like, so I pop radar ping out, and I also try to widen my scanning range to that full 60 kilometers, which I don't know how reliable it is, but it seems to be pretty good at helping things pop up more. And then I'm hitting my active target ship button when I see the little white chevrons that'll pop up. Like the one on screen right now is blue because we're in a party, but you'll see an even thinner sort of white chevron when there's other ships around. So I'm hitting my targeting function to find those. Then I just go to them, scan them. I'll get on them to shut their shields off and salvage them. That's the whole shtick. All right, I'm gonna get these and bring an extra like 20 with me. Should have plenty of room for that. We'll also carry an SRT rifle. There we go. Now we're set. All right, we'll take this one actually all the way out and helmet on. Stuff our face into that skull. Forgot about the freaking radar range. What do you mean by 60 km scan? So I'll show you when I get back to the pilot seat, but if you hold down your inner thought and scroll back on your ship radar, it'll go from 5 kilometers all the way out to 60 kilometers. And I don't know exactly how reliable, again, that is, but it seems to be pretty awesome. There's one of the man turrets with some shredder repeaters on it. Was about to get the torrent. Sounds good. I am just now outside of the Reclaimer. I will start ditching some of these swarms, actually. These two, for sure. They'll be the first ones to go. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants you. Bye-bye now. You said there were like 3? Oh, shit. There's another Reclaimer out here. What's up? Is that one of us? Whoever this is, they're moving to Fracture. Okay, never mind. They're retracting the claw. Wait, is that a torrent? Yep, I got it. I got it. I don't know who this other Reclaimer is. If that's one of you guys in the chat, can you let me know? Just so I can know if I need to be freaked out or not. Also, I gotta try to remember where the hell these go on here. It's that moment where you're not sure if this is about to go the wrong way. Where the hell do I mount these damn things? I don't remember. I might just put them inside the ship and take them back with me, honestly. Especially with this other Reclaimer out here. I think they're giving you some light. Yeah, possibly. I'm not going to assume, bad intention until bad intention is proven. But it's just kind of funny because I just looked and like all of a sudden, holy shit, there's this other reclaimer. The middle, it snapped a second ago. Really? Well, I threw the... Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. I threw the swarms away that would otherwise snap. Okay, I'm gonna get back in my shit because this other reclaimer ain't making me feel the warm and fuzzy right now. Were they green about what was... I did not see that. Hold up. Alright, hang on. I'm about to... We're gonna figure this out. Because now you got me curious. If that reclaimer starts shooting, it's okay because, you know, the little size 3s that it's got won't do a whole lot before I can get the hell out of here. Alright. I'm watching the screen, not the chat. Ah! There it is! Right here! Oh, should I back this way? He's got a 30-second delay. Over here, bud! Yeah! Let's go! Wicked. Totally cool if any of you guys are out here with me in that reclaimer. Or they moved on? Did they just respect that this was our claim and kept going? Dude, respect. Whoever that was in the reclaimer, you're awesome, dude. I guess they realized that we had dibs and they moved on. I'm really surprised. But also kind of blown away. I think I watched your Guardian review yesterday. Guardian review, possibly. I think I might have pulled that off the channel. Because there's an older video that didn't get a whole lot of views, but it's possible. I might end up redoing it at some point. Got the last one. Okay, cool. I don't think there was anything else that was really worth grabbing. Sweet, so I'll get to fracturing. Oh, there's the other reclaimer. He's kind of out there flying around, just chilling. Well, sweet. I will, I mean, probably share the wealth with this guy. I don't mind. If he wants to come and collect some construction material, I don't mind at all. I don't really have the desire to grab all the torps. I mean, that is a good amount of money. That is a good salvage tactic. It's not something that I really care to do right now. I kind of wish I could talk to this reclaimer and be like, hey, you want some of this? Because, I mean, I don't mind. I just wanted the torrents, really, as far as something I actually wanted off of that. Oh yeah, I think there's a top-mounted swarm somewhere. I don't mind. Whichever one you replace, I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for that. It's like the dance of two blue whales in the wild green right there. Scenic as fuck. You are so right, actually. I love it, too, because I think in general, like, industrial players, we think a little differently than your typical kind of gamer, like, combat gamer. Like, I see another reclaimer, and sure, my Sea of Thieves vibes kick in. I'm like, oh shit, is this gonna like become an unpleasant situation? But then I also think like, this is another industry guy. He's probably just curious and chilling, like not trying to start anything. Kind of lost track of where he is. There's one under the wings each and two just to the big cargo. If you ever see the reclaimer while in the pilot seat, you can ping to find out who they are at least. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was actually planning to do. Party voice was working a few days ago. I wonder if proximity is working. I look forward to there being a lot more stuff to come with that, honestly. The socials and all. Because right now it's very hit or miss. It's not very reliable, which sucks. Okay. So I'm going to back up from this for sure. I think Oshida's on board, so he should be safe. Alright, that should be fine. Good angle. Let's hop into the claw. I was close to pledging the Guardian. Nice. Guardian's a cool ship, man. The Guardian MX is what I would probably go for sure. The 4 size 4s with the 24 size 2 missiles. That thing's a beast. Do you want me to empty the buffer? What box do you want? As big as you can. If we got 16s, that'd be cool. Yeah, because we got 71 SCUs. So, yeah, as big as possible. If you want to empty those buffers, that's totally cool. Do you think they will add more depth to Savage gameplay? Maybe something akin to mining. They kind of are with how you have to refine construction salvage. I am all for them adding more detail and depth to this, though. 100%. All right, we are beginning the fracture process. This is going to take a minute. We'll see what happens to the ship inside the ship. That's what I really want to see here. I mean, I can do 16s, but they don't really fit through the Astor. Yeah, they do. They fit really well, actually. They expanded the Astor, so it's pretty good. Yeah, go as big as you can. If you're going to empty the hopper, because you don't got to worry. Like, I'll handle the... Sorry, I saw an icon moving, so I just got a little curious, but I think that was just him in my ship. They didn't add a way for us to be able to break larger ships a little bit more. Oh, like smaller pieces, so you can actually get more out of it. Yeah, and I hope that we get, to add to Setham's question about expanding salvage, I hope we also get the ability to do, like, tandem fracturing. Like, sure, a Salvation on its own can't fracture an Asgard. But what if you got a buddy or two with you? You know? It makes you able to break the bigger ships where it makes sense. Because right now, the Reclaimer is the only thing that can break everything. The Vulture's got its size limit. The Salvation's got its size limit. The Soul's probably going to have its size limit. Give us tandem fracture, bro. That'd be sweet. And then you can decide who disintegrates. You know, and maybe you have to double fracture, kind of like mining. That's cool. I'm there for that. We're already about to break this damn thing. Holy shit. All right. Starting to pull in pieces while she spins. Woo! Let's go! Damn. Okay, the other ship is kind of falling out of her now, plus materials as well, which is hilarious. Okay, I'm going to do my... Well, never mind, she bumped into me, so I kind of slowed her down a bit. Little swarm of 20 Salvations, right? Exactly. She's talking about, yeah, like my... break it more than once to get the right amount of pieces. Exactly, yeah. Totally. Alright, so we also have that smaller ship, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to... start working on matching velocity with this thing. So let's see. There we go. About 1 meter per second. 2 meters per second is a little too much. Alright, just want to angle up now. Alright, so how's our movement? That should be good. Alright, we're going to hold there. Could see how the whole part of the Polaris is giving you 500, but you only can get 240. Yeah, exactly. Being able to fracture again, just like mining. I think that that's a really good point. All right, we're moving with it. We're on the float. We're bumping into it, though. Let's... Oh! Shit. Well, that's a bit of a tease. There goes Chris Roberts, man. Taking away our fun, right? We were doing pretty good. We were matching its velocity. We were on top of it, but... Yeah, the wreckage QT'd away. Yeah, Netsky, exactly. So that was a lesson learned. Don't get too close to the ship you fracture. Yeah, I'm going to keep my distance. Matching velocity is pretty easy, though, which is nice. A little bit of Kerbal action. All right, where did that other ship go? There was a cutter or something. There it is. So that thing is shields down. This thing's got components on it, though. Let's go on and salvage those. Actually, or pull those, rather. There's also a random box floating around out there that I'm going to check out. Alright. I'm going to pop out and go pull those components. Random despawning gone nuts. Yeah. Yeah, that Polaris just had it, man. You know, it might have been toward the tail end of server cleanup or something. It's hard to say. I mean, who knows? So many random things that can happen. That would make sense. Yo, what's up, Big Grape? How you doing? That thing looked like a toy compared to the Reclaimer, right? Yeah, it really does. Ah, no fun for you. You know it. Not today. Just gonna keep going through this trippy ass freaking elevator to get outside. It's so funny that you have enough gravity to jump like that. Alright. There we go. Let's see if this thing behaves properly. Cool, we got pilot seat access. Now I was getting excited for you. Yeah, I know. It's the Polaris and Idris are fun to come across. So, kind of cool to see, though, that if there's a ship inside the hangar that you can't tether out, it will be there when you fracture the Polaris and kind of just fall out. So, that's pretty cool. I'm happy to see that. Alright, I'm going to cycle this thing just to turn it back off. Shields off and powered down. Oh, wait. The one thing I did want to do just for simplicity's sake is open all doors, because that just makes it really obvious where the components are. So, if you guys are getting into the salvage and recovery gameplay and you're trying to strip components for the new missions or just for yourself, like say this thing had some pretty cool stuff, we didn't scan it, so who knows, maybe it does. You open all doors and it will open all component slots and cabinets as well, which allows you to more easily see where things are. And now that that's done, we can grab stuff. Which, I don't think there's any actual components in here. Those are just radar, life support type shit. So, this is where the components will be. They should all be kind of tucked in just in this spot. I think these are standard parts. We got a hex shield. Make sure it doesn't go drifting off like crazy, because inertia is different now. It doesn't just come to a pretty quick stop. If I let stuff go, it'll just start to drift away like that shield is right now. So part of the new missions will be turning this stuff in. Oh, look who didn't equip this jump drive. He's not going through a wormhole. And there's the Light Blossom power plant. All right. Oh, are you flying the Reclaimer right now? I was like, wait a minute. It's moving. Why? You're good, Oshida. You're plenty close. Wasn't it sitting on the right side, too? Don't forget your flashlight this time. Yeah. I know. I think I'd actually pull this closer as well. That's another reason I like using the handheld tractor rifle sometimes. Oh, boy. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that, because now it's throwing stuff around. Shit. Wait, there it is. There's the Foxfire. Bring that in. Okay. We're missing a piece. The shield. Where'd the shield go? I'll let it settle before I untether. There we go. I might have bumped the shield messing around. Kind of doing a little bit of a transit method to see if I see it. No. Alright. You're good, Oshida. I got it. Another Polaris outside of New Babbage. Nice. Well, maybe this dude backspaced from his cutter and came back with his Reclaimer because it's trespassing. That would be interesting. I would have expected a bit more of an explosive encounter if that were the case. Like maybe him wanting to fight. I don't know. Possibly. There we go. That's kind of the fun part too, is you never really know what exactly is going to happen. There we go. I'm going to take this up to the cargo hold. Not bad. We got a quantum drive, a cooler, and a power plant out of that. And then we can go break this thing apart. Stash the components in here. Oh, hang on. Why were you not... That's what I thought. The grid can be a little weird sometimes. There we go. I want to keep it kind of organized. Keep these things sort of together. Because they can also stack on top of each other. Really? Maybe if I go sideways? Nope, that's just where it wants to go. That's fine, I guess. Okay, cool. No, I don't personally have the Shiv. I got a lot of breaknecks. The Shiv is a great little ship, though, man. That's a fun one to fly. Is the shield on the cutter grid? What's up, Scott? How you doing? It must have, like, grabbed itself, because I had the shield outside of the ship originally. It's all good, though. I'm still mad to be claimed that was giving you grid space for those elevators, but they never did. Oh, like actual, like, snap into grid. Yeah, that would have been nice, especially on that elevator. So who knows, maybe our evolved Reclaimer will have that. You know, our Mark II, our gold pass. You can see it in the free cam. Oh, really? Well, shit. If you can see it, I'm going to go get it. Why not? Yeah, the breaknecks are the size 4s that you can find on the Shiv. The Tormentors are the size 3s, which are like beefed up attritions. But the breaknecks are sick. Alright. Oshida sees the shield on the cutter, so I am going to go grab it. Wanted to stop by and say thanks for all the whole seat content. Recently started flying mine. Your vids have helped me with the growing pains. Man, I am happy to hear that, Scott. Glad to hear that. I hope you have a lot of good times with that whole C. And anytime you see me live or videos on it, ask any questions you got. Yep, there's the shield. Man was right. Yeah, the whole C is a special ship to me. I love her dearly, even with all the growing pains. And I'm just happy to help the community use her a little bit better, because it can be a little tricky. Good catch, Oshida. We are set on that component. I'm going to set it up next to the other ones, and we can munch this thing and move on. Yeah, breaknecks on an MX are sick. We got a couple of guys that run the Guardian with the breaknecks. It's nasty. It really is. I enjoy the breaknecks as long as you can, guys, because, you know, in kind of true game fashion, they're probably going to do a certain thing to the ammo count on that gun, which is one of the best things about that gun, so enjoy it while you can. Just enjoy every minute with it. I hope they don't, you know, honestly, because they're not, like, crazy OP in their damage, but having that much ammo is just a beautiful thing. Yeah, you're probably right. When I was moving the cutter around, it just kind of scooped up the shield. Prefer the Deadbolt 5s. Damn, nice. Or 4s. Well, yeah, that makes sense. 4s. I think that the 84 Deadbolt 4 pairing is probably what I would do personally. But I've not really had a whole lot of time with the Guardian myself to make that judgment call. Oh, man. Is this not... Yeah, see, we got a JetBreeze too, which is nice. I actually have breaknecks on my Reclaimer. Instead of my size 5s, I've got the size 4 breaknecks on it. Yeah, depending on the ship you're going after, though, should kind of determine your weapon complement. The breaknecks are really good against the fighter series. If I'm going for the big ships and I want to snipe out the components, I'm going for deadbolts. Alright. Oh, my claw smacked the cutter. Whoops. Have you seen the recent griefing on the whole sea? Got an attack at Port Tressler. A missile struck my engine and blew them while I was auto dock. Could no longer move, just logged out. Dang. No, actually, Rage, I have not seen that. But I could understand the frustration. I think that might have just been bad luck with a griefer. It doesn't really seem to be something that happens a whole lot. Granted, it is one of the reasons that I tend to target lower population servers, and I definitely operate with my head on a swivel, because I always expect people to do the worst things. Alright. That is done. What do we have over here? What is this? We got... Oh, no, that's your ship. How excited are you about hopping in the tech preview and seeing the new inventory? Oh, man, I'm stoked. I'm so stoked, man. Actually, since Oshit has got the pilot seat right now, let me bring out the claw, and I'm going to check on my email and stuff. Thank you for that follow, Scott. Appreciate you. Disintegration field. There we go. Pulling it in. Okay, nothing yet. I'm not sure if there's an Evocati Discord. I might need to join that. All clear on that front. Let me check the org page real quick. By the way, I pinged you Saturday. I think I sent you a file with the salvage mining missions if you're interested. Nice, cool. I will check that out later. Yeah, this weekend was definitely busy. Wife and I went to go see Iron Lung. They went do some sort of starting out reptile pet shopping. Gotta do some stuff at home first. And then, of course, Super Bowl. Okay, let's see. So, no obvious stuff there. Oh, that's the actual Spectrum website. I was trying to see if there was like a Discord I needed to join or anything. Gotta do NW and BDO. I might just be a little slow right now. Those acronyms are not sticking out to me. You missed this last weekend. Our org got killed during a mining incident. It was hilarious. Oh, no. When you guys are doing the Hathor event? Is that what you're talking about? Check the main Star Citizen Discord and see if they give you a role that you might be able to see more channels. How do I find that? I wonder if I can just search the Star Citizen Discord. Or search for it, rather. Yeah, I'm not. Yep. I can't wait for the tech preview. I hope it is interesting shit. Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. Hopefully I don't mess up my game by resetting my launcher. Yeah, my launcher is still basic. Nothing. Just got the invite to the Star Citizen Discord. Okay, I am in. I gotta change my per server profile. Whoops. There we go. Gotta make my Captain Deadwake stuff. Alright, I am in the Star Citizen Discord as Captain Deadwake. I will figure out some Evo stuff later. Alright, at the gateway here. See if we can come across any ships to salvage or stuff to pull off the pad. There isn't an official Discord for Star Citizen. I definitely appear to be in one. It's half official. Oh, okay, alright. So it's not actually like CIG didn't create it. Gotcha, gotcha. So is that the Perseus that was game rules? See, I don't have any info not being in the pilot seat. I can't see if it's got shields up or doors open. Because if it's on a pad, we're dealing with 1G. So we're not going to be able to get in there. Bridge open. I think it was created by somebody, but a lot of the stuff goes on with the game. It's always in there. Nice, okay. If you see a red Perseus, I'm friendly. Yeah, looks like we got a game rules one. Oh, gross, we're in coupled mode. Alright, there we go. So this... Come on, scan. Let's go. Yeah. Alright. Oh! Oh, sad face. JS500s, TS2. It hurts my heart. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I do see that side door is open. Is that where you're trying to go in? We'll see if we can get this thing off the deck. Alright, he's trying to go in. I think he got it. Beautiful. Huh, gross. Damn. The couple mode feels gross. I'm sorry. It's nothing against you or anybody who uses it. I was just like, why is my ship stopping? There we go. Nice. Want to double check? I don't think it does. Yeah, it's got swarms. Sad face. This is why I really wish that we could loot size 3 components, man. Super sad. Now it's game rules, so I should be able to fracture it without concern, but we can kick it out of Armistice. It's a sick looking ship, man. What's up, Merthin? How you doing? I use coupled for different reasons. Yeah, I only ever really used coupled for stopping my ship, but now that I have the speed limiter parking brake trick, I officially have no other reason to be in coupled anymore. The only time I ever see coupled on my ship is if I accidentally hit it or if for some reason it's like that way stock, but I even took it off of it being a stock option. Stock options. Oh. Coupled for takeoff and landing, decoupled for pretty much everything else. You prefer coupled for landing because of it stopping you for, like, you know, smaller inputs? Is that why? Just curious. When you've flown decoupled for so long, for me, going coupled on landing is actually kind of a detriment. I'm more likely to crash because I'm so used to kind of the consistent thrust outputs and little bursts of my throttle that when I'm in coupled mode and it kind of jumps on me, I end up crashing into something. It's pretty funny. All right. I guess I can actually hit this one with the salvage heads real quick instead of just crunching on it. I struggle balancing with all the inputs at this point to safely land decoupled. Can do it, but it's slow and sometimes get a dent or two. Yeah, it's totally fair. Hey, even with the experience I have being a decoupled flyer, I'll still get a dent or two sometimes. I'm not going to judge. Alright. Let's go ahead and peel some of this off, shall we? Kind of a strange impact sort of happening there. See what's happening? I'm hitting here, but it's like hitting the back of the ship. So weird the way this is lighting up right now. Talk about a light show. So I'm getting the material, it's just not showing everything quite as clearly as you would hope. So on this ship, unfortunately, no, because we can't pull size 3 components. Otherwise, you bet I would. I'd be on it in a heartbeat. This thing has JS500s, a TS2. This is a freaking jackpot of a ship right now, but unfortunately, we can't pull size 3s. Oh, yeah. Let me hop into the pilot seat and show you that real quick, since he is scraping out of that one. I can move us around a little bit. So, for the widening of your scanning area, you just look at your actual radar here in the middle, and then you just make sure you have your inner thought pressed. You can see the 5 kilometers. You just scroll back, and it'll go all the way out to 60K. Alright, I'm going to move us ever so slightly to the other side. Here we're at a pretty good distance. Don't want to get too far away. There we go. Salvage heads, as far as I know, are identical to the Vulture salvage heads. Just look so big because of the viewpoint. Not quite. Unless, well, yeah, the scan thing keeps resetting. But no, this is definitely a wider impact radius on the Reclaimer than on the Vulture. They might technically be the same size, but it's definitely a larger physical radius that's getting hit. The Vulture doesn't hit or pull in material like this. What's up, Tenneth? How you doing? Yeah, that radius? Yeah, that's not a Vulture radius. They're the same size module, but I think the heads are different sizes. I don't know, though. You could be right about the technicality on that, but the physical actuality of salvage is a lot bigger. No, it's not because of the trawler, because I'm talking about using a trawler on the Vulture. I use a trawler on everything. It's the physical radius is wider on the Reclaimer than it is on the Vulture. I run a trawler, a braid setup on my Salvation and on my Vulture. The modules are the same size, but the actual heads are different. People will often confuse modules with heads. Salvaged a Perseus last night. Realized that we need a way to fracture larger pieces a second time. Had a fractured piece worth more than even the Reclaimer could carry. Yeah, that's what happens too on the Idris. I see what you're saying, Edric. Sure, they can both say Baylor, but the physical diameter of the Reclaimer is bigger. It's 13 meters. It's not that big on the Vulture. They can be called the same thing. That's fine. That's a wording issue or a description issue, but that's not actually what's physically happening. All right. Sorry, guys. My nose is tickling the hell out of me right now. All right. Come on, let's go. There we go. What you doing, man? All right. Whoa. Guardian inbound. That's likely hazard if I had to venture a guess. Do PDCs go after heavy fighters? I actually don't know. Can you help me with the PC? Don't know what specs I need. I can easily run this game. Pretty wide. Trying to figure out how to use the claw. Pretty wide variety though. Sorry. This game benefits a lot more from you having a good amount of RAM than anything. So I'm running 64 gigs of RAM. There we go. But I'm on a 3080 graphics card on a 5950 processor, a little bit older. UI problem. Oh, if your screens are black, just let me know. I can reset the ship to fix that. There we go. It's only showing 152, really? Yeah, power on and off, exactly. Alright. Jeez. There we go, getting nice and foggy. If only you could afford new RAM prices. My old RAM I bought for $70 is now on sale for $350. Yeah, it's not. RAM's not good right now for sure. There we go. All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit. What's up, Ghost? Like Homer's Orson, can't sell anything from local inventory there. Have to either snap it to a ship or take it somewhere else. Man. Star Lancer Max, Drake Vulture, nice. I'll have other claws just. You love the claws, what? Are you getting it? Because I can't see the UI, so if you need any adjustment, let me know. Ziclaw. Yeah, it would be helpful if I could also see the UI. But it is all good. I can see the distortions at least, so I know that it's hitting. That's what I need. So this will be nice when they finally implement decoupled attitude control that's coming with the new flight model at some point. To where if you start to roll, you'll keep rolling until you stop it. Or if you start to yaw, you'll keep yawing until you stop it. That's going to be really nice. Because the only way that we're really decoupled right now is in forward velocity. You're not really decoupled in your attitude control. I wish we were. Eventually. There we go. Yeah, I think controlling the claw from the pilot seat would be pretty sweet. Haven't looked in a while, but min RAM required used to be 16. It's pretty much 32 now, if you want the game to run smoothly. I think some people get away with 16, but it's not the best experience. I recommend a minimum of 32. Yeah, I think Hazard said there was some good stuff flying around. There's a meteor right there. Flying away. Coming right at us now. What you doing there, bud? Scanning. Ryusokyaku. I'll give him a little bit of a scare. I had such time with the Reclaimer last week that shooting the very back could be open to just dump boxes outside without the elevator. Game changer. Yeah, them expanding that's pretty awesome. Just run a game, ruled Reclaimer, scrape it my Reclaimer. Hell yeah. Very nice. Alright, let's see. Where to? There's a Star Lancer over there. Guardian over here. Is that Hazard? Yeah, we got a meteor right by me that seems to be kind of just dancing around. Hasn't done anything sketch. But that meteor would hurt. Cannibalism. Yep. Go. See that meteor anymore. Maybe they went on their way. I was Ryu, just came to say hi. Oh, huh. Wait, you self-destructed. Why did you do that, Elite? Well, hi to you too, my friend. Yeah, I haven't had as much of a hard time with the Reclaimer grid. I guess I'm pretty easygoing with that stuff, so it probably doesn't bother me as much as it might bother some other folks. It definitely, I'll agree that, you know, I see a lot of the feedback that it definitely needs work. I look forward to seeing how the ship evolves. Honestly, a meteor would be pretty scary in a ship like this. That thing with the right build can punch right through this thing. A lot of waste of space because they made it before boxes were physical. Yeah, and also before there were any, you know, differing sizes of boxes too. It's kind of cool that they were actually able to retrofit those hoppers to handle large boxes. Ooh, a little faster than it probably should have right there. I think we should be able to double stack and salvage processing because of how big it is. Yeah, no doubt. Alright. Hello, Star Lancer. Yeah, I have also really come to love the Reclaimer. It's been a good time. Thunderbolt 3, Stronghold, Rhinos. Okay, so this thing's pretty basic. Oh, scan mode, that's why. There we go. All right. Somebody trying to get into the ship because I was about to fracture it. Is there something in there worth getting? The weird ambiance noises in the salvage processing. What, does it kind of freak you out a little bit? It's a ghostly. So I did the 1 SCU, the 2 SCUs, the 8 SCUs, and the 4s and the 16s. The hoppers weren't on the ship prior to salvage releasing. I remember just being happy they added options for box sizes. Oh yeah, good point, Sundown. I was not sure that was the case. Oh yeah, power is on. Good point. Trying wouldn't open. Huh. Well, I've got shredders. Let's see. Enjoy installing the Reclaimer because it feels like I'm running on a ghost ship. Yeah. There is a haunting aspect to it for sure. Okay. Oh wait, this is the top of the Star Lancer, isn't it? Hold on. I was hitting the wrong side. There we go. There's a nice fat ramp. I was like, something doesn't look right here. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. Do you remember drunkenly laughing at the idea of 32 SU boxes coming out of them like toothpaste? Yeah, I could see that. All right, now 10th, we are actually at Stanton Gateway over in the Nix system. Kind of been cleaning up stations, really. We cleaned out Levski pretty good. Now we're over at Stanton Gateway trying to clean up ships in the area. If there's any ships on pads and all, we managed to grab a Perseus off of a pad and fully break it down. Free up that space for a player to actually land, rearm, reload, all that jazz. It's one of the reasons I like doing this. Could just disable it with the deadbolts. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't... one of the reasons I like running the ballistics on these ships is if I need a little bit of extra motivation to open up ship doors. So I've got the shredders on the Reclaimer. Alright, let's get in here and shut this thing off, huh? Working through those doors. We just gotta go up, I think. They made a Reclaimer Mark II, I'd buy it. Hell yeah. Alright, I have made it to the pilot seat. I'm going to go ahead and power this baby down. Open all her ports, all that jazz.
Hello. How can Miss help you?
Ports unlocked. And ship is fully powered down. Oh wait, I can open doors because she's actually got components. Go ahead and open all doors. Poor people in those cryopods. Yeah, it's like a different kind of passenger transport, right? Not exactly what we were expecting. I think the Reclaimer probably is the one ship out of any of them that actually has that sort of, that creepy vibe, that sort of haunted kind of vibe. If there was to be a ghost ship in the game, it probably would be the Reclaimer. Alright, I think the components are here in the hangar bay, right? Oh, there's one. Oh yeah, size 3 shields. Can't mess with those. Can get these coolers though. If only there was an easier way to get these out of here. Alright. We are. There are elevators going down to the cargo ramp just outside the door. Nice. These are all the crew quarters areas. Through here? No. I feel like I'm going the wrong way for that. This elevator? There we go. Awesome. Alright. I'll leave that right there for now. Oh, that's a reclaimer. I was like, what is moving outside? That's another funny thing about the salvage sort of gameplay is you get to know the other ships you might not often experience. Alright, cool. I think he's got everything down there. This elevator blends in so well if you're not used to it that you just walk right by it. Making my way over to the reclaimer elevator. There it is. All right, one down. See where the other stuff's chilling. Oh, these are the doors that I never really mess with, that people tend to not like so much, right? Oh, hey look! Cryopods! We're gonna save these frozen people. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with them, but we'll contact their next of kin. Uh-oh. He's trying to run! Get him! Wait a minute. This poor bastard's intubated, bro. Oh, that's so unfortunate. They both are. All right. Is that all the component goodies? I think so. I had the tractor beam stored on the ship. Ship disappeared. Any way to get it back? Just wait for the patch. Oh, no. Yeah, see, I refuse to take this tractor beam off my person for that exact reason, because I know I will absolutely lose stuff. I always do. You probably are going to have to wait, my friend, until the next patch comes out, unfortunately. I'm going to move these over a bit. You can bring these rhinos in. It's a little sketchy putting guns on this elevator without the grid. But let's see. Just gotta put things down gently and hope I don't get killed by these, or these poor bastards in the cryopod don't die. I don't know how much more I can fit on here. I'll try. Ooh, teeny, baby. Ooh, teeny. Yeah, that seems fine. What could go wrong? Alright, I'm gonna ride this up. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, I can send Hazard an invite. That's a good point. Damn, how many size 4s does this frickin' Star Lancer have? Holy cow. This is so not gonna end well. Adds another gun to the pile. Yeah, that's a lot of size 4s, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's probably another one. Alright. Here we go. Cargo hold, here we come. Oh god. Just gonna crouch over here in the corner and hope nothing bad happens. Oh, dude. What? That was the biggest nothing burger of my life. That was frickin' easy. Okay. Alright, let me move this over. Alright. I don't even know if this thing's gonna be able to grid in here. Cool. Well, whatever. We're just gonna throw them in the back. It'll be fine. And if not, who knows? We might lose a couple of rhinos. Just gonna pile them up over there. Thanks for helping me pull that crap out, Hazard. Appreciate you. Alright, there we go. Whoop! Shit. So bringing frozen bodies on the Nostromo. What could go wrong? We might have seen this before. I'm sure it's okay. There's nothing gonna be growing out of them or anything. I'm gonna put them way over here, though. I'll tell you that much. You know what? I think I'm gonna... Can I make it to where they're facing each other, so if anything pops out, they just hit each other? There we go. Dang. Nope. If something's popping out of that glass and getting us, it's happening. Can't help it. This is fine. This is fine. I'm sure it's okay. What's the worst that could happen, right? Oh, come on. Give me the fucking... Thank you. Okay, no ability to stack there. The grid in here is interesting, man. Very interesting. So I can stack it there. Also, maybe I could stack it there, it just wasn't showing me the grid on top of it. That's fine. You know what? You components just go wherever you want to go. I'm not even gonna complain. All the guns just go over there on the floor. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be alright. It's a big ship. She can handle a little boom boom. Components, grid's just weird. Yeah, yeah. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. There's a gun outside if you still want it. But see, that means I have to drop the elevator, and I'm already cozy. I'll get it. I like battle between lazy me and Jawa me. And Jawa me's like, you're not leaving a gun out there. What do you mean? Go get the damn gun. Just like I did with the shield inside the cutter. But yeah, Frog, exactly. It's not built with components and all in mind, for sure. Hey there, straggler. Get over here. Alright. Well, that's number 8, so at least that gives us an even number of guns. The new Salvager coming out has me concerned that there won't be any space for components that are salvaged. Yeah, you know, you could be right, depending on how they have the grid set up. I think it's going to be 96 SCU, and I'm hoping that it has the ability to make up to 8 SCU boxes, because that would be 12 8s. And it'd be very mole-like, but I don't know if that's going to compromise grid space. So yeah, the component salvage side of things might be hit or miss with that ship, but we'll have to wait until we see it. Anytime I do that, I always just put them in a salvage hold underneath salvage processing since they don't grid. Oh, fair enough. That's a good point. I don't have quite as much time with the Reclaimer, but yeah, it's probably what I would start doing. It's a good idea. What's up, creatives? The new... Oh, yeah, you're the one who just said the thing about the space for components. Yeah, we'll have to see, man. I hope it's good, but I might end up just taking my Argo SRV out component hunting, if I'm being honest. Put a pic in the OLISAR group chat for later, showing the Reclaimer and Vulture salvaging heads side by side. They are the same size. Yeah, I don't doubt it. So my point earlier, I just went up to the turret for some reason. Let me say it this way. They can look the same, but the gameplay isn't the same. That's my point. They might not have physicalized the larger head or done the thing to make it look that way, but what's actually happening is bigger. Yeah, differences due to the ship. Yeah, I could agree with that. I think it's just for the sake of the gameplay, sort of programmed in, it's bigger. This is the thing I don't like about the Reclaimer, though. If somebody takes that ladder down, this button doesn't work. But that's fine, because we got a ladder over here. Let's pop down here. Alright, we're going to break this thing up. Deploying the arm. $90 SU, not bad, not bad. It's a good chunky little bit. I really hope that these start to become missions in the future, like old player ship cleanup or station cleanup kind of stuff, so we can actually go out with contracts to find these things, get permissions to get on board. For the most part, you can make it happen. As long as you can break the doors open, you're good. All right, shifting into our suction mode, which should pull all the small stuff no problem. There we go. I'm also a bit chunky. Nice. I feel that. That's one of the reasons I'm trying to get back in the gym. So there's one thing, like, I love this, but man, I am always on my ass sitting in front of my computer. I've got to watch my health. Get some moisturizer on this beard, too. It is tickling the hell out of me, man. Jim's a bad word. Shame on you. Gym is my whole culture, man. I've recently been back at it. My legs are still sore from leg day like 4 days ago. And I went chill too because I knew my body would be reconditioning. So I only did a targeted 3 sets on leg press, dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, and leg curls. And that was enough. And I was destroyed. Is that a random vulture right next to us? Yeah, I just saw that too. Oh, he brought it over. Nice. Good job, Hazard. Shit. I was like, wait a minute. What just happened? Yeah, 240 SU in the buffer. And then a whole lot of space on the Reclaimer to throw boxes all over the place. Up into the catwalks, stacked on top of each other. It's pretty ridiculous how much you can stuff in this ship. Can't see my ship now. Well, maybe we'll be able to find it. If you want to hop on board the Reclaimer, we can give you a ride over. Oh, we're going to fracture the other headpiece there. There we go. 2.6 SU, disintegrating now. Yeah, if you're EVAing near us, we can let you on board. Try to find your Guardian. We got to power down the Vulture. Bringing the claw in. Should be powered off. Let's get a look at it. A second ago it told me power on. Fix the construction refinery ratios. Yeah, I hope we get some adjusting there, because right now the refinery rate is damn near non-existent. It's like 100 of it's like a 1/7 or something like that. It's crazy low. Oh yeah, I guess we could get the size 1 components out of that thing. 15%. Ouch. That hurts my soul. That door just closed on me like a ghost. It is now. Okay, cool. Took 600 in and got 90 back. Ah. Oh man, that sounds horrible. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at too. I enjoy the experience of going out and breaking down the ships, and I think really the component hunting is more fun for me than anything else, but granted that's also going to kind of shift as we get into crafting and tier 1 item recovery and the way things are going to brick, so it won't be as cut and dry. They're like, oh, I found an XL1, yay, go slap it on my ship. Now hopefully it'll be more like, oh, I found an XL1, I can dismantle it to hopefully get some like crafting recipe back for it to maybe build one of my own or start building a bunch of them. Alright. Hello, Vulture. How you doing today? What's the refining percent right now? Someone said it a bug, only getting 30% of the slowest. So, in mining in general, refineries got nuked really hard. Your best yield is 45% using Ferron Exchange, Pyrotechnic Chromalysis, or Dinic Solventation. How it affects ratios for salvage, I'm not totally sure. I feel like I'm cleaning up thoroughfares, making it safer for folks. Exactly. All right, let's see if we can actually get this quantum drive out. It usually glitches into the wall. Come on, come on. See, it always does this. Just release. Just come this way. You can do it. Damn it. Stupid door. Come on. Little shit. I don't know of a way to, like, actually dislodge the quantum drives out of the Vulture. Because they always do this, like, dance of death with me. I don't, but I've used it a lot, and this still happens. Even with the multi-tool. I've got the med gun multi-tool on me. But even with the multi-tool, this is usually what happens to me. Come on, you little shit. Stop closing. It doesn't want to go anywhere. It just glitches like this. Like, I'm scrolling forward and back, moving it. It's not doing anything. Yeah. Alright, anyway. It's all good. At least we can, for the most part, get the other stuff without too much of a headache. Alright, I'm going to close these damn things because they're just in your way. Oh, can't because it's not my ship, so it's being a pain in the ass. Well. Are you going to be a pain too? Come on now. Oh, that's gone. There we go. Alright, one of the power plants might have just glitched through the ship. Try hitting around with one of the other components. I probably could have. I'm spent. I don't really care to mess with it. Maybe. I might test that at some other time, or you can let me know how it goes. I'm good. I'd rather just get the hell on. Is this elevator still not working for people other than me? Alright, here it comes. Had the same problem with the Guardian the other night. It was so frustrating. I had an XL1. Oh no, that would break my heart. All right. Well, there was another cooler somewhere. Now, what I do like using the multi-tool for is the ability to, like, tether to these ships and kind of Spider-Man around without grabbing the ship. There we go. Because with the max lift, you move the Vulture, but with the multi-tool, you tether to it without moving it, which is nice. It's a little bit less frustrating. And that's exactly why, because you try to grab a component, you move the whole ship. It'd be cool if there was like a high and low mode, kind of like on the ATLS Geo, to where you could maybe set it to where you don't yank a ship around, to where you can just tether to it like I just did to the Reclaimer. Alright. To cargo we go. Spiderwick, Spiderwick. Love it. Fought for like 25 minutes before I finally gave up. Damn. It'd be kind of nice if, like, maybe if you fractured or broke apart the ship, it would free the component too. But I feel like the most likely luck is it would just, like, fling it off into space somewhere at, like, Mach Jesus. Alright. Let's see. I'm just going to throw those on top of each other there. Damn it. Stray grab. That works. That works. Well, at least the guns aren't moving around too much. Yeah, I feel like that way when I have a small fighter with good parts but can't get into it. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got to go find your Guardian, don't we, Hazard? Let's see where that thing's hiding out. All right. We can also, since this has been a pretty good server with ships, we can try the QV station tactic as well. See if there's any ships sitting around there with some good components. And if there's any components we come across today that Ocean or Hazard you guys see, you know, just call dibs. I don't mind. I think for the most part, they're mostly stock stuff, but... Alright. Let's break this bad boy up and see if we can find ourselves a stray Guardian out there somewhere. So even though the ship says power plant failure, it's not true. It's just the MFD glitch. When you leave your seat and you come back to it, it does this weird reset on stuff. Frustrating. Yeah, I got enough comps thanks to running QVs for 5 years in 4.4. Wait, the elevator button is broken again in the Reclaimer because it was fixed the last time. Oh, the call the little elevator up to get to the pilot seat? It's busted for me. It's been busted for me for a while. Every time I tried it several times today and it just wasn't working. Oh, that engine's trying to run away. I think that one might actually get away from us, but we get all these. Nom nom nom. Okay, all those are done. I think we just have one engine above us. Nice. Yo, Kobas, what's up? Had a bunch of comps from QV, but lost most of the military ones. Ah! How close were you to... Because sometimes the button's just a distance problem. Ah! It was in my face. Like right here. It's going pretty good, though. We are just cleaning up the verse, man. Knocking out ships out here. You think I was too close? Wait, so you can't be too close to the button for it to work? That's stupid. I guess I'll give it a shot. We'll see. Button sends the elevator down, doesn't call it up. Yeah. Yeah, the elevator works fine if I'm on it. Like, on the actual elevator, but the send button is a problem. Yeah, I wasn't having any issues with it disappearing. I was having issues with it not actually sending the elevator to me. And yeah, right now we're over at Stanton Gateway. My original plan was to actually head over to Pyro Gateway and clean that one up. If we got time, we might zip over to a QV station and see what kind of good stuff we might find. Is that the Guardian right in front of us? Hazard, looks like we found your ship. Hopefully you're still on board. Bring the elevator up, back up so you aren't in the way of the gate, and click the button. It'll send it down, but it won't swap the button the way it should. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I just take my ladder. I don't know if Hazard's still with us. Found an XL1 and JS400, then found another ship at JS300s. Went EVA above Crusader for almost lost everything. Oh no! Had to backspace, grab another ship, and recover it. But did you, Dirty Bob? Were you able to get it? Because that's a good feeling to like almost lose stuff. Okay, there's Hazard. I think he's running toward his ship now. He might have just jumped out a little early. Or he EVA'd that whole way over. Which would be hilarious. We should be all squared away here. Oh, he was on the elevator, jumped early. Okay. Gotcha. Well, let's try this. QV station location. We just got to abandon it before we actually get to the location. Otherwise, we got to fight off the Vandul. Which we can do, but that's up to you guys.
Glad you signed back up for another mission. The Shadow Blade have been continuing their operations, so the Navy wants to keep their data as current as possible. Head back to the storage site, decrypt the data, and upload it again.
Didn't know how precise the ship was. There you go.
Hostiles, human and otherwise. Dismissed.
Alright, hello Quantum. Just in case, I'm going to head up into the size 4 turret. It's normally a size 5, but I put size 4s on it because breaknecks. Oh wow, the button's a lot further out than I expected. I do kind of wonder how well the Reclaimer handles itself in combat these days, but not enough to go up against Vanduul, right? Yeah. Well, we got a couple of ballistic shredder repeaters on here. Sorry, ballistics torrent PDCs. We got a lot of shredder ballistics repeaters, and I got my size 4 breakneck Gatlings on this front turret. Yay! That doesn't want to turn around while we're in quantum. That's funny. Yeah, I ended up putting ballistic shredders on everything. Yeah, the Reclaimer has a full captain's quarters and a separate crew berthing, like with bunks, like several bunks. Yeah, she's got a proper setup. It's nice. The launcher has an update. Okay, so oh, thank you, Exit. I just saw the DM. So thank you, my friend. Launcher does have an update. Let me shift control R. We might bedlog and hop back in just solely to see if maybe there's the new missions, but it's probably just tech preview stuff for Evo, if anything. I don't have anything new on the launcher yet, but I'm also in game, which might be why. Hello, QV station. Why is my face all messed up here? Gimbal mode, let's go. Just in case. So maybe it hasn't hit me yet because it kind of rolls out. Just the launcher updated, okay. Well, that might be because maybe the Evo side gets access. We'll see. I might be doing a little Evo testing after the live stream today. We got about another hour to enjoy messing around live. Thank you for the follow, Pseudo Frenchie, Father Enolev. Appreciate you guys. Murthan as well, Scott. I look forward to getting this thing fully outfitted with ballistics PDCs. I got the one on the back there. There's a couple below us. Our elevator's still down. If you can give us a close all, that should bring that up. Just open the launcher and nothing. New launcher in the UK. Ooh, there's a Hermes. That might have some good stuff. Oh, there's actually a full-blown Polaris out there, too. Yeah, I see the Hermes. We'll have to give her a good scan, see what kind of goodies you might have on board. Ballistics for the win! Can I scan from in here? Hey, nope, cannot. The open and close all button doesn't control the elevator? Say what? Didn't know that. Huh. So we're just flying around with our ass out. We got a few things here. Hermes, Polaris, and Pisces, I think, and a little quad. All right. Oh, I'm gonna hop out of here. That's fair. That would make sense. Yo, Acid, salvage is going well. We got a lot of goodies. We're actually checking out the QV stations, and looks like so far we're off to a pretty good start there too. Lots of ships on this server, which is dope. That's what we want. Yeah, and I don't know with regard to the launcher and updates. I guess we will see what happens. Oh no! Hazard, are you okay? I just saw you go boom. Or something went boom. Polaris swarms. That's all good. Rammed her quad bike. Oh shit. Whoops. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hydrate real fast. And then get ready to go Utini some ships. Yeah, that quad bike wanted to have a conversation with you, huh? Excuse me. Alright. $84B Gatlings? Oh yeah, I'm always down to take those. 84s, 85s, Deadbolt 4s and 5s. Great combos, man. Let me shove my skull on my face real quick, and then I'm going to head out. Yeah, in the hallway just before you get to the airlocks is where you'll find like the captain's quarters and the bunks for the beds and all. Alright, just standing by for us to come still. Thought it was a Guardians of the scale. Was a bit off in terms of distance. Oh shit. Alright, I am outside. Oh, the Polaris has the nice guns. Okay. Looks like we got a fully attritioned Hermes. Somebody went for a max DPS PvE build. Not bad. Attritions were my way of doing things before. It's my first time breaking into a Hermes. I haven't even had to break into mine, surprisingly enough. My ships like to give me a hard time. I'm going to go on the Polaris. Turn it off. Open doors. Nice. Yeah, Hermes is already wide open. Sweet. Love this ship. Alright. Let's get her opened up and ready for munch. Let's also grab out of storage. Extra SRT canisters, some fuses. Very good. I'm gonna move the Hermes somewhere a little bit easier to get to. This thing's beat up. I think they actually tried fighting the Vandal in this. Alright. Shields off, ports unlocked. I'm gonna move it just over here, kind of up behind where that other Polaris is. Park and brake on, so it will come to a stop and not move. All doors open. Awesome. Love my Hermes. It's a little slower loading and unloading than some other ships, but overall just love it. Agreed. Winning up from promotion to Rear Admiral Deadwake. I don't know if I want that responsibility. Alright, let's grab this. Oh, it's a Chimera quantum drive. Yummy. That is a nice little find. Class A civilian. Really good quantum drive. Go ahead and let that grid up. What are we rocking here? A bolide power plant. Meh. It's alright. We got absolute zero coolers. Okay. Oh, shit. Huh. Turning the power on and off, pulling out the power plant. That's funny. Mind if I grab them here? Ah, go for it, man. It's right here on the Hermes. It is all yours. That's a nice little find. Okay, and then the shields are just going to be back here. Here, I'll put the Chimera by the, whoops, by the door for you. There you go. Alright, just some standard stop shields. Nothing on the gun rack, so this person doesn't really live in their ship. Then again, I can be a little bit more risky doing that myself. Pretty good. So again, when we get those new salvage missions, a big part of it's going to be turning in random components of different sizes, which is one of the reasons that if a ship has components, I like to get in there and take them, even if they're shitty, because they're not for me to use. All right. All right, I'm going to gently push those that way. Where did that one go? Get over here. I'm trying to run away. Well, that's a little fast. That's just going to go right past the ship. There we go. I'm trying to push them off a little gently so I can kind of chase them down and open up or get them on the elevator. That's a little too fast. That's fine. Grab this one. So the thing about having a clutchless scroll wheel is you can launch them a little too quickly. And then they will just go off into the distance. See how they think I'm only doing the RMC and construction material missions. Just not wanting to deal with the component side of things. I'm wondering how often their turnaround time is going to be, like the mission cool-off. Because it looked like it was a pretty good mix of stuff if you wanted to do it different ways. Like, I personally probably won't be doing the missions where you go for the size 0 stuff. Because, I mean, just trying to track down vehicle components, it's probably going to be a whole different monster to worry about. Alright, cool. At least all this stuff is moving. See how far this shield got? Both of these shields. That other shield's already passing the freaking Reclaimer that I tossed. That's hilarious. It's all the way over here. That's why I was trying to throw them really gently. Yep, there's that shield right there. Okay. Whoop. Alright. I'm going to try to not knock over my crewmate here. Okay, there we go. There's the shield. There we go. Whoop. Did that just go through the elevator? Actually, I can't tell. I think it's fine. Alright, the other stuff should still be kind of drifting on down. There's another shield there. And there's another shield coming. I like it. I like that they actually will keep drifting better than they used to. You just got to be careful how you throw stuff because it's not going to slow down for you like it did in the past. So it's just going to go bye-bye. Okay, there's a cooler. I wonder what the blueprints for components will require for resources. Yeah, I'm curious too. I'm hoping we get parts of component blueprints by actually like dismantling or salvaging parts. But I guess we'll see. Here we go. Now let's do power plants. Probably be a good idea to send this elevator up after this, just because it is full, man. There we go. Whoop. Got it. Now, it was surprisingly stable the first time that I went up the elevator with this stuff, so we'll see what happens. It is totally up to you if you want to get on the elevator with me. I'm gonna try and get this up to cargo. Just because it is full. Oh man. Oh man. I think some stuff just fought its way off the elevator. Alright. I am inside the cargo deck now. Okay, I'm going to pull these in, throw them over here. The guns are just kind of getting thrown in because they're not really going to grid. I probably, like Frog said though, should have probably put these in salvage processing. That would make more sense. Revenants and 84s. That's a pretty good find. Pull these in. Oh, got a little stuck. There we go. I'm a little sad about how disheveled all the firearms are. All the guns. But it is what it is, man. There's a bolide out here. Yeah, that's what clipped through the elevator. I saw the bolide try to run away. That's one of the Hermes power plants. So I will get these off and we can send it back down. So far, so good. Alright, stack those. This should stack right on top of that one. Yep, alright. Now just the coolers, and I can send the elevator back out. Whoa, hey, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Can this one go on top as well? Nice! Alright. Elevator's coming back down. You go and organize those guns like a good boy and clean your room. It's rough with these guns not wanting a grid. Probably going to start shoving the guns into salvage processing though, because it's a lot to throw in there. Look at all these little panthers. They're cute. Start to be able to identify these things by how they look. Okay. Any more coming up, or? Because this thing only had swarms, right? I don't really need those. Alright. Yeah, let's see what it'd be like to throw some of these in salvage processing. There's one pepper box. It's alright. Someone besides me actually uses the cargo hold. Yeah. Nice big open space. Might as well. It's usually where I stash all the components and goodies I find. But let's see what salvage processing looks like for maybe the guns. Oh, wait. This is where we have the RMC. Never mind. I don't want to do that. All right. Don't judge too bad. It's kind of a shit show for the guns. Oh, alright. Let's see, is that? No. There we go. Oh, hey, the threes want a grid. Nice. Come over here. No, not you. Oh, we got one trying to glitch to the floor. That's fine. Probably not a bad idea to go and drop this shit off. Salvage hold under salvage processing. No, we're just in the cargo room for now. Yeah, I don't think anything's happening with that one. That's just going to be stuck there. Salvage hold has no grid, but could be used to store parts. Salvage hold. Salvage balconies. Oh, salvage hold. Yeah, there's 3. I didn't realize that. Alright. Let's see. Let's take a peek at that one. Also, the area where that gun is glitching is just... Oh, yeah, this would be a sweet spot for fire... Not firearms, for ship weapons. I could see that. Hell yeah. Save the cargo hold for actual components that grid properly, and then put everything else under the salvage hold. Sounds like a plan to me. Yeah, that's why I would do it. Just because the larger guns aren't gridding inside the cargo hold. The size 3s seem to, which is nice, but the 4s, they're a little stubborn. They don't like it. Alright. Life on the Reclaimer. Oh yeah, I forget these are the remote turrets also for firing some of the size 3 weapons. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get this Hermes munched on, and then we can fracture Polaris.
Systems green. Weapon system. Weapon system. Weapon system. Engine system.
Really tired of all this power and shit resetting like that. Nom nom, Mr. Herm. Salvage balcony would be good for some larger ship guns. Yeah, I could see that. It's a good point. Stuff them up on the catwalks. It'd be nice if CIG made craftable crates for guns to be stored and stacked. That would be sick. I'd appreciate that, yeah. 10 by 10 by 12 cargo grid. Yeah, that is a little weird. Alright. Crunch, crunch, Hermes. What, empty it before we do our thing? Alright. What are we at? How much are we talking about? Alright, let me just go.
Shield. Weapon systems. Shield. Weapon system. Engines offline. Weapon systems offline.
Oh. We don't need to leave yet. That's only going to put us at 160.
Weapon systems online. Systems green.
Yeah, let's just break the Hermes, then we can go. That's all good. Alright. Got plenty of room. Got one engine on the Hermes that just floated off to the right there. Alright. Oh, that's not good. It's a damn pipe above us. Let's not hit that. Alright. Get out of this little mess. Oh, damn! Hazard, are you good? I just see pieces of your Guardian flinging off. So finding ships at salvage and QV stations, yeah, wasn't having a great luck out there. Yeah, this particular shard is doing pretty good. I had a feeling there would be, given just how many ships were at the pads as well. It kind of made me think that I bet the QV stations probably got a good bit, jeez. Yeah, but yeah, we had a Polaris and a Hermes at this one, a hover quad and all too. I'm gonna position in front of this, and then I'll go take care of that hopper. All right. There's a player here? Really? Did he hurt you? Or something? Or hang on, standing by. Nah, I ran inside. Okay. Probably just unlucky. Oh, I've had a hard time finding ships at these points as well. Don't worry. You're not alone there. Tell us where the player touched you has. It's crazy to be a busy enough server that we would actually run into another player. Really, man? Oh, there we go. It's already coming down. Yeah, some days I'll get lucky and I'll go to a QV station. There's like 3 ships there, and one of them's got military components. And then other days I'll hit like 6, 7 or more QV stations, and not a single damn ship will show up. So it really depends. Percy's found last night was exec hangar and pyro. Nice. I'm just sad that on the Percy, the only thing you can really loot are the guns and PDCs if they have any good ones. Nope. Didn't want to go into engineering. Thank you, game. Yeah, true. Tons of salvage material. That's a good point. And it doesn't take long to get through it when you're in the ironclad. You melt the material right off that Percy's fast. And of course, the nice thing again about... Damn it, I just said ironclad again. I caught it that time. The Reclaimer. I caught it. I heard it like as an echo in the back of my mind. What? Did you stay on the elevator and get pulled back up when I called it? That's funny. What the hell? Okay. We'll go by cargo, I guess, first and drop that off. But yeah, I'm so used to flying around in the Salvation and stuff. Iron Claimer, nice. That not being able to break ships down, it sucks. You know, if you're doing the mothership combo with like the Salvation, you only break the small stuff. That gun's still going crazy. But I like that at least with the Reclaimer, you can melt anything that you come across, which is dope. Alright, now for salvage processing. You fell down the elevator? Oh, shit. Alright, here we go. Let's clear these hoppers and keep on keeping on. Set these to 16s. Auto eject and pump it. I also like to move these sideways. Up. And if you do it right, well, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. You also have a couple of extra spots, like right in here. And then there's also a spot where you can fit another 16. If this one is that one gridded right? Stupid small boxes getting in my way. Get out of here. Why are you misbehaving? Thank you. Why are you being such a pain in the ass today? Thank you. Go. Love to give me a sub, thanks. Yeah, that was I think exit earlier. Hit quite a few people with the gift subs. So yeah, big thanks guys. Appreciate you all. There we go. Throw that back. Should be about it, right? Oh, nope, we got a couple more coming out. We still got 50 SU. Damn. His body's still at the bottom of the shaft, so what's that thing talking to you? Dun dun dun. Yeah. The ghost ship of the verse. And I think I enjoy watching more than playing. What, really? That's not totally crazy, because I definitely enjoy watching some gameplay on things. I ended up watching the last 2 nights gameplay on The Last Caretaker, which I've started playing as well. A nice solo kind of survival crafting adventure game where you're on this ship in sort of a water world as a little robot. Definitely my way of decompressing, especially being on a boat. I love it, man. It's some nice vibes. I'm not trying to go fast. I'm taking my time. Breaking everything down, crafting a bunch of shit, powering up all the stations that I find that are all derelict. It's cool, dude. I have been enjoying the hell out of every bit of that. Alright, let's kind of angle that down first. Nope, come on. There we go. That's what I wanted. Well. Oh, wait, is that as far as the wall goes? Okay, well, yeah, that's why I typically do this instead. Come on. There we go. I'll just throw this one up here too. Just get these out of the way. Nobody cares about. Yeah, you can just stay right there. That's perfect. Lots of construction material, man. Alright, we're good. Me enjoy playing, but it's true when you're playing you don't get the sex at Deadwake. You're too much. You flatter me. Up, up, up. I can just right click. There we go. We're good. Let's go. Alright, I think we gotta break down the Polaris, right? That's the only other ship that's left. Hermes is good. It's in pieces. It's now in a bunch of yellow and black boxes in our hold. And then I think it's just the Polaris. And I might just go offload all this crap at the hangar, because that'll be pretty good timing to be about 1600. I don't know why I inner thought that. That was pointless. Yo, Crazy Ivan, what is up? Welcome to the stream. We're outining the hell out of ships, breaking things down, cleaning up the verse one ship at a time. One by one. Alright. Reclaimer really worth having now? I think so. I think it's a hell of a lot of fun. But I also don't prioritize, kind of like I said earlier in the stream, like some might, as far as, you know, just purely having a money grind ship. I love the versatility of this vessel and what it can actually break apart and handle. Because, again, I like kind of being on sort of janitor duty and cleaning up the verse. I'm going to bring us down away from the station. Go. Just hold right here. I think in a lot of ways, though, too, that is going to be a pretty personal decision. Wow, look how freaking massive this thing looks next to the Polaris. It can be easy to forget sometimes. It's getting a little fuzzy. Was always leaning on the destruction side. Yeah, I like being able to break apart the ships and fully recycle them. I did a C2 legal salvage mission with my Reclaimer and my C2 to offload cargo. My total profit was almost $1 million for one job. Nice! Hell yeah. Between all the materials you're able to pull in, plus potential cargo, I definitely would say it is very lucrative. It might not be cargo hauling lucrative, but it's still very lucrative and enjoyable. Nice break from doing the same thing all the time. Like if you do a whole lot of hauling or a whole lot of mining or even combat. Pretty big departure from combat. I find that usually on the industrial side, industrial players tend to kind of stay in that realm. Some of us like to venture out a little bit. I enjoy me some spicy combat. But this is definitely my bread and butter. Alright, I'm going to see if I can kind of help us hoover up these smaller pieces that are trying to float away. Got a nice, like, little black hole sort of signature on this one piece here. That's hilarious. We got a distortion in space-time. It's a 4D bubble. Look out. Below and above, yeah. Bit of a tight fit through here, so I'm gonna be moving a little careful. There we go, num nums. Might not even have been the most efficient way to make money, but compared to hauling jobs at 60 to 80K payout each, not bad. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. Tiny little PDC left over. All right. Let's hit the big one. How much is this chunk? Like 200? So I only have 2 combat ships. I do destruction setup work. Nice. Missing a lot of small pieces. Yeah, that's fine. 45 in the buffer. 466. I mean, honestly, it's cool. I'm not really looking to min-max it. We're going to lose a good portion of this big one anyway. So we'll yoink it up and... Yeah, either give us a bigger buffer or the ability to fracture more than once. I think that'll be a good solution. Because this is definitely on the salvage side where the most valuable commodity is, which is especially the refined construction material, which I think I've seen things have changed. I think Frog was saying that it's not like 17K for the refined construction materials anymore. It was for a little bit in the PTU. I don't know if that got nerfed or changed or what the current state is actually. I know it also, it's kind of a double hit in the face too, because you get hit so hard with your yield on the refining that losing out on so much construction material when you're breaking these bigger ships just kind of, it's salt in the wound. All right. For time's sake, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to start getting us back over to Lev. We'll do a little offload action. Just move this big beast out of here. Better than we left it. A lot cleaner of a QV station for whoever is coming out next. Our gateway's that way, so where, oh where? Zalewski hiding. Yeah, we'll get lucky, we can actually just go right to it. Come on, Ev. Sweet. Alright, and here we go. Kill that lighthouse, man. Those lights are crazy, dude. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Best sell price for construction materials according to UEX is 16K. So it is up there. Okay, prices can vary, though, according to what devs have said. Alright. Started my jump as well. Oh, no way. What are the odds that you're actually in here with me? Or you just got pulled into quantum? So I wonder if that means it's going to slow me down to your speed. No, I'm moving at TS2 speeds, I think. We're going pretty quick. Granted, you're in a Chimera, which moves pretty fast, so I don't know. And Nix, you can sell for 14.5. Not bad. Otherwise, it's 17.6 at most stations in Stanton. Damn, okay, so it is up there. Because it was only about 12, so it got a nice bump up. I guess to sort of make up for a lot of the hit to your refinery yields. But still, between the low yield and the amount of construction materials you miss when you break apart larger ships, it hurts, man. Yeah, you're pulling ahead. Okay, what's the best quantum drive to get for the Perseus? If you can get your hands on a TS2 military grade A, absolutely. If not, Erebus. E-R-E-B-O-S at Arc L1. It's incredibly fast, crazy cooldown, crazy acceleration, which makes it faster in practicality than the Agni, which is the grade A industrial that technically has the highest top speed out of the two. The Erebus ends up being faster because it has a better sort of 0 to 60 time and a much faster cooldown. Align yourself with the LA group today and get a free cruise smoothie while supplies last. Summer restrictions may apply. Link in the description. I love it. Also including Cruise Dark with special order code Deadwake in the chat. No. Got a 40% up, which is pretty nice. Yeah. So I think that's good. That sort of matches a lot of the changes that happened, maybe not to the same degree with mining, because mining profits went way up for the stuff that you can get your hands on. Yeah, Quantanium and all is worth almost 100,000 per SCU. It's wild. All right, I think we're coming up on the underside of Levski. It's kind of hard to tell from this far out. I'm looking for those red towers. I don't see them. Also don't want to run into any invisible asteroids. That's never fun. Oh, wait, no, that's topside Levski. Oh, shit. Okay. Shifting VTOL to reorient. There we go. Now the annoying thing is that you gotta dock to store to then call the ship out again in the hangar to like offload it. Or we could just touch down at a really big pad. We have 0.39 SC of RMC, which means we don't have 240 of CMAT. Oh, we got gypped out of that Polaris, didn't we? Well, that's lovely. Careful, lots of samples in the air. Yeah, will do, will do. Yeah, flying in precision mode can be a great way to get a nice open view of what's going on. You can also do external elevators. Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Well, we got the external elevators here at the pads, but we also have the big external elevators. Let's do that. We won't be able to put the components or guns on it, which is fine, but we can offload the construction materials. Into the borehole we go. No, they don't, because they usually mark them as stolen. So you have to do that in your actual hangar. Yeah, components and weapons and such, unfortunately, get tagged as stolen when you're taking them off of player ships. Yeah, lots of shit out here. I guess people have had a hard time and gave up in a rather explosive way in some of these cases. All right. We are going to park the ass at the elevator. I just want to get in front of it so that we don't have impound issue. Rotate this big ass lobster around. Alright, park and brake on, shields up. I'm going to go touch that terminal to get it active. Do we know if they have plans to remove the auto load option for the whole series? They do not. Fear not, my friends. Auto load is not going anywhere. At some point, you might have to pay a small, like, convenience fee for it or something. But, no. Contrary to the weird rumors that were going around when the external freight elevators came out, auto load is here to stay. Just gives you extra options. In fact, I hope they expand it, because right now it's just the whole C. Not even the whole A can use it. So I would not mind seeing it go to more, or maybe it'll just be the ones that can only load in space, since the A and the B are both going to be able to land to offload. Yeah, I'll grab it. No worries. I think they want to add auto load to hauling missions for other ships too. They just don't have a good way to do that yet. I would expect as much. And I hope they do, to sort of level the playing field a bit. Alright. Make sure I close these. Alright. Coming on over. I honestly probably should have angled the ass up a bit more, because the elevator door is pretty low, so I might do that. I might kind of put her belly toward the elevator. Actually makes a lot more sense now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, that is a good point. You can do auto load and unload for other ships if you're doing trades, buying from the terminals and all. In fact, on all the other ships, seems to still work really well. It's just the whole C that spawns in its hangar and only registers at the admin terminal if it is stored, which isn't good. Wouldn't being sideways be better as well? Sideways might not be horrible, but it might also put the ship profile big enough that we might end up getting impounded. It's a bit weird. It's best to keep yourself perpendicular to the hangar to avoid that. Even the other day, we had the whole C belly up, and it ended up getting impounded halfway through offloading the damn thing, which was frustrating. So either way, still a little risky. So I'm not going to go completely flat, but I am going to slightly angle the ship. That way it's a little bit easier to move things toward the elevator. Like that should actually be good there, just given where the door is going to pop out. Hang on, let me move over a little bit. Go. Hermes coming in Tokyo Drift style. That's funny. Alright. Now, what will happen if I do hit open all doors? Will it open the back door? Yeah, the back door does come down. Cool. Just not the elevator in the middle. Alright, cool. Yeah, I didn't actually know that. That's dumb. Yeah, those boxes will definitely fling right out of that spot as you're throwing them out. And they will try to run away. So I'm going to help with the offload. If Ocean is staying on the ship, that's actually perfect, because two of us throwing everything onto the elevator would be awesome. You can still send mining orders to your ships, but if you send to a station, you have to manually load, and you only get 4 SCU or less. Yeah, and that can be a pain. That's a good point. You don't get bigger boxes on the mining stuff than the 4s, so if you got a real buttload of ore, you might be loading for a hot minute. I wish we got, and maybe we will with the new inventory stuff at some point, the ability to actually consolidate our boxes. Like if we got like a million 4 SCU boxes, we can consolidate those into 32s. Please? I really want that, like big time. There we go. I always used to think that these are like escape pods, but these are thrusters. They just look like they would be. Alright, I'm out here as well. There we go, beautiful. So start throwing these down right on that elevator. Whoop. Yeah, if you're not careful when you throw these out, the boxes will just go flying, man. It's hilarious. These also, these elevators go like 4 high now, which is pretty cool. You get a lot more room than you might have thought. Been looking for hours. Forgot to say hi. Well, thank you for that. ESR Tech. Hope you've been having fun hanging out while we throw around boxes and salvage ships, clean up a little bit of the PTU, or not the PTU, wow, clean up a little bit of the game. This part on the Reclaimer, definitely better with a buddy. I can totally understand the annoyance with trying to do this solo. Good catch. I'm trying to kind of set up a bit of a wall here. Woo, got it. Sometimes you gotta wrestle these things in, man. Cool, he's got that one. Awesome. There we go. You can get into a pretty fun rhythm with it, too, and really send these things flying out of this door. There we go. That was good. I think I found myself a pretty good angle to grab these suckers. Oh, come on. Cooperate. There we go. I can see the struggle. Oh, Devious, cool. Alright, I got you. Coming in with a sneaky alt account over here. Alright. Go. Whoa. Touchy, touchy. Come on. There we go. So we're at Levski. Good old home Levski. We're just offloading all this stuff onto the elevator. Because it's a little bit easier to do this outside than dealing with the gravity in your station. Being able to just kind of freely throw things around is really helpful. Sorry if I'm box hogging there, Hazard. I found a pretty good spot to spot these coming out. Good catch. All right. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh yeah. This is definitely from more than just one ship. Yeah, we got quite a few. Took care of starfarers and Banu defenders and I think 2 Polaris actually. Oh, that's gonna bug the shit out of me. Oh well. It is what it is. We should be getting pretty close to the end. We'll be able to see what the SCU count is once we finish it. There's that little 1 from the front. The only thing I gotta do inside of the hangar are the weapons and components, because those get considered stolen goods. There was one case where I couldn't get it to do a refinery order, so I flew home to Aorus and docked, stored, unloaded, and loaded the cargo ship and took that back to the refinery. Damn. Also very new to the game. Well, hey, welcome to the Verse Tour. How long you been playing Star Citizen? Box is done. Awesome. Thank you, man. We'll go ahead and send these down. There's a pretty slamming community around this game, so if you got questions or you're curious about, you know, gameplay and all kinds of stuff, plenty of streamers to watch. I'm always happy to help, give pointers, show what I do. It's a good time. We got 644 SCU according to this elevator. Damn. That's a pretty decent haul. Time to go get this thing docked. That was some good stuff. 1 week. Woo, let's go. Fresh, man. That's awesome. Well, the game can be a bit daunting, but if you're into sci-fi and space games and living out your sci-fi fantasy, this is a hell of a way to do it. It comes with some frustrations, but you learn to kind of work with them, get around them. You learn some days to just kind of say, all right, today's just not the day. But it's an incredible experience. I can't get enough of this game. Hence the constant streaming and deciding to make this my job. I think that Salvage Lift was how Salvage was supposed to go into the ship originally. It made it run the rails on the bottom. Yeah! Oh, well, almost went back to the same ladder. Yeah, I always thought about those rails on the bottom. It looks like there would be something there to move stuff around. Around 40 is RMC, not CMAT. It's all good. For the SE is like real life. Sometimes it just don't work exactly. Sometimes you just gotta throw in the towel, man. Alright. Bring these doors up. Or, well, that door up. Remove that parking brake. Gonna go ahead and get to that docking node. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to work my way back to the borehole. Give me some patience here, you damn mall cops. Oh, we might kiss that. Oh, just dodged it. Let's go. That's strange. My MFD for the Quantum Drive in my MX said Excelsior, but the ship editor says Samara. Yeah, it's just because your Excelsior is attached to it. Yeah, like Edric just said, yeah. Had the issue the other day. Had a bad day trying to mine. Stopped playing and went and built me a home server over the weekend. There you go. Nice. All right, where is our docking node? Oh, shit. It gave us our hangar. The docking collars must all be taken. That's funny. Alright. Man, listening to this thing creak and moan is awesome. Alright. Let's get in here. There we go. Looking good. Hair refuel, all that jazz. That was some good timing, man. Hell yeah. Let's see, how bad's our landing job here? Oh, just inside the marks. Oh wait, no, it actually goes a lot wider than that. Never mind. It's not that yellow line, it's the other yellow line. Yeah, we definitely weren't centered, but we're well within the ability to get off the ship, which is good. Well, good stuff. That is the perfect time for me to start saying goodbye to YouTube and get raiding over to another content creator before we go walk the puppers. So my streaming schedule for anybody who is new, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from noon to about 1600 or 4 p.m. Eastern time. And Tuesdays and Thursdays are my video content days, where like a YouTube video will come out covering something typically in the industrial space, but like tomorrow's, for example, will be a guide on how to use the snub fighters with the Connies, how to dock and undock, the limitations, what you can do, maybe some good builds for it. But yeah, until the next live stream, I will catch you guys then. I'm going to go ahead on the Twitch side. We're going to raid out to another content creator. Let me find somebody. YouTube membership vids. Well, no, because Twitch and YouTube don't have a way to sort of pair that way, unfortunately. On the YouTube side, the membership's just going to get you early access to those videos, so don't worry, they're still going to come out for everybody. They're just scheduled to drop Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then the YouTube members also get the vote on the poll for like what the next live stream will be, whether it's like hauling, mining, salvage, that sort of thing. So I'm going to experiment with ways to incorporate Twitch as well. I'm getting into like the way things are in the monetized world with everything and how it works. A little bit new to that, so bear with me. We'll get it squared away. Let's see, who should we jump over to? Hey, we got somebody playing Sea of Thieves right now. What? Anybody heard of Staz Hopper? We got Fred the Forester. I like that. 10 viewers. Hey, let's go say hey to Fred the Forester. Go ahead and copy that. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in the live stream. On the YouTube side, it's just going to cut off. On the Twitch side, you will have the chance to raid out to another content creator here. I'm going to go ahead and queue up the raid now. As always, so much fun to have you guys in the chat. Thank you for all the support, all the follows and all. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Hitting the raid in 3, 2, 1. Boom.